a very good morning to you. It is midweek and this is your Feel Good Breakfast show. Thank you for choosing us to start your day. Now, the show is all about decor and food today. I'm talking about the Culinary hotline. So if you have any culinary conundrums, we will be taking care of that. And of course, we want to make sure we have even your pet's best interest at heart. So like I said, lots of little things. But first up today, we want to find out how to start a vegan lifestyle. Perhaps that's something you've recently embarked on, or it's something you're thinking of doing. We'll be unpacking that. And then in the kitchen, we're also focusing on plant-based food today, how to consciously eat with the environment and also your health in mind. And joining Chef Clem for the Culinary hotline is Gabriella San Giorgio with some delicious recipe ideas. And finally, even though you are, whether it's going to be tough being vegan or you thought being vegan would be tough, think again, because Lindt have brought out a new vegan range and we can't wait to try it out. Well, that and a whole lot more is on its way on your Feel Good Breakfast show, but I'm not alone. I have a partner in crime. Good morning, Wasty.
You're never alone with me, okay? I'm right here. Hi, good morning. My name is Carl Wasty indeed, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show. And talking about vegan, have a nice time today. And I have a question for you on the socials. Now, here's the thing. You throw a dinner party. It's beautiful. Everybody's having a good time. You invite some people over and you find out that one of the guests is vegan. So what do? Are you going to prepare a separate dish for them? Are you going to change your entire menu? Or are you going to say, hello, bring your own chow? Is that going to be the case? You tell me, and make sure you justify on the socials as well. We'd love to get your opinion on that. And of course, 063-408-8863. We'd love to hear you on our WhatsApp line as well. So if you want to weigh in, please feel free. But it's going to be that type of learning experience today. I'm looking forward to hearing some of the plant-based ideas. If you have any of those, throw them into the mix as well. It is a two-way street when it comes to us and you here on your Feel Good Breakfast show as we get into the news from around the world. And Zoe is standing by.
Thank you, Wasty. Let's start off with national headlines. Statistics SA has announced a 0.3 percentage point decrease in official unemployment from the first to the second quarter of 2023, with the official unemployment rate down from 32.9% in the first quarter to 32.6% in the second quarter. Formal sector employment increased by some 143,000 in the second quarter, and informal sector employment decreased by about 33,000. Meanwhile, figures have also shown that there's still a huge gender disparity between men and women when it comes to participation in the labor force. Women are less likely to find employment than men. And staying with our local news, the Gauteng provincial government and the liquor industry have signed a pledge to ensure that the sector prioritizes safety over profit. The partnership aims to ensure that all liquor traders and retailers are equipped to trade responsibly and adhere to liquor trading and licensing conditions. The pledge commits to responsible liquor trading, consumption and distribution. It not only underscores the need for ethical practices within the liquor industry, but also supports the growth of a prosperous province. And moving to news abroad, the Libyan capital's most powerful armed factions battled in several districts overnight and into yesterday morning in Tripoli's worst violence this year, raising fears of a wider escalation. Dark smoke hung over parts of the city early yesterday and sound of heavy weapons echoed through the streets. The health ministry appealed to citizens to donate blood to help casualties, and Libya has had little peace or security since 2011, NATO-backed uprising which split in 2014 between warring eastern and western factions. And a second politician has been murdered in Ecuador in less than a week. The left-wing Citizen Revolutionary Party's regional leader in Esmeraldas, Pedro Briones, was shot dead at his home by armed men on a motorcycle. 5 days ago, the coalition movement's presidential candidate, Fernando Villavicencio, was shot and killed in Quito. The presidential election will take place this Sunday. Police have not yet officially commented on the latest murder. The Esmeraldas province borders Colombia. And here's news many of our viewers have been waiting for. The West Coast National Park, the wildflower season, kicked off with a spectacular array of floral beauty. Large parts, including Seeberg, Mooimark and Postberg, have already been decked out in colour. August and September always brings the pinnacle of the annual spring flower season, when the ground explodes into a dazzling patchwork of vibrant beauty. A ranger at the park, William Brook, says thanks to good rain, the variety of flowers and colours is exceptionally spectacular this year. The 27,500 hectares West Coast National Park has the Atlantic Ocean to the west and the R27 coastal road to the east, some hours drive from Cape Town. Go for it and enjoy, and definitely share those pictures. Well, those are your morning headlines. Let's take a first look at your sport.
Thanks a lot, Zoe. Let's take a look at your sporting action, starting with football. Spain made history with a 2-1 victory over Sweden in the Women's World Cup semi-final. Now, that was Olga Carmona's stunning late goal secured their first ever final spot. A thrilling Auckland match saw Salma Parayuelelo ignite the game. And of course, after Sweden's late equalizer, Carmona's a remarkable shot sealed the win, and Spain's unforgettable journey continues, setting up a Sunday clash in Sydney against Australia or England, who face off a little later today. Now, let's stay with football, but let's go local. Mamelodi Sundowns continues their flawless beginning to the defense of their PSL Championship, dominating Golden Arrows with a 4-0 victory at the Lucas Moripe Stadium just yesterday. The team's impeccable run with 3 consecutive triumphs this season was fueled by goals scored by Peter Shalolile, as well as Lesiba Nku, who scored twice, and Grant Kekana. This commanding performance secures a 3-point advantage at the league summit, distancing themselves from closest pursuers, Cape Town City. On to football, Springbok Rugby World Cup skipper Siya Kolisi alongside Oxen Che, as well as Jaden Hendrikse, are set for their maiden test outings this year. The team is poised to face Wales in their second World Cup warm-up at Cardiff's Principality Stadium on Saturday. Kolisi and Che recuperating from their injuries, and Hendrikse making his debut post a family loss feature in the lineup. The Springboks clash against Wales on Saturday. That's at 4:15. And cricket wraps you up. The highly anticipated season 2, or should I say, of the SA20 actually returns, showcasing South Africa's finest alongside global cricket stars in 34 matches across 6 venues. Commencing on the 10th of January, each of the 6 IPL-affiliated teams will ignite rivalries, starting with champion Sunrisers Eastern Cape facing Joburg Super Kings and Durban's Super Giants DSG hosting My Cape Town in a coastal derby at Kingsmead on Thursday, the 11th of January, before Paul Royals and last season's runners-up Pretoria Capitals face off at Boylan Park. That'll be on Friday, the 12th of Jan. The SA20 is officially back. That's it for your sport. Let's take a look at the weather. The SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging winds, resulting in difficulty in driving conditions, with some transport routes and travel services affected in the southeastern parts of the Northern Cape. The Weather Service has once again warned that extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the northern and central parts of the Northern Cape, as well as over the Western Cape of the Northwest. And of course, the rest of SA can today expect mostly cloudy conditions with showers as well as thunder showers in parts of the country. Let's take a look at your temperatures a little closer and give you a little idea as to what to wear today. Let's start off in Polokwane as always. 7 rising to 20 degrees Celsius today. To let you know, Bombela, you can expect 10 to 19. Pretoria 9 rising to 24. Johannesburg 8 to 22 today. Let's head on over to Mahikeng. 12 to 27. Klerksdorp 12 to 27 for you. Kimberley 16 to 27. And Bloemfontein, a lovely warm 11 to 25. Let's head on over to Richards Bay, 15 to 21, a 42% chance of precipitation. Pietermaritzburg, 11 to 22. Durban, you can expect 16 rising to 21. And Umtata, you've got 9 to 23. Let's head on over to the next location, and that indeed is East London, 16 rising to 21. Craddock, 11 rising to a nice 26 degrees Celsius. Gqeberha, you've got 13 to 20 on the cards. And then George, good morning to you, 10 up to 22. Moving on to Cape Town, the mother city, 12 to 18. 5 degrees Celsius can be expected in Worcester this morning. You rise to 21. Just 0 is where you start Sutherland, but you can only go up from there to 17 as your maximum. And then Uppington 12, rising to 31 degrees Celsius. And that's it for your temperatures for the day. And as always, we love checking out your sunrise views. And let's take a peek at a few of those this morning just to make sure you know exactly what's happening in your part of the world, South Africa. And take a look at these beautiful sunrise views. Let's start off with the first one. It is absolutely gorgeous. You've got to take a peek at this. It is absolutely lovely. Let's take a look. And look at that. That is prosperity on a platter. That's Audrey Machaman from Gqeberha with a gorgeous positivity picture. Couple of power lines in the foreground, but who cares about those? The power line is the sun in the sky over there. And on to the next picture, if you just take a look at this. This is a Lilith Bauer from Pinetown, KZN. That looks like the start of the Lion King movie when they lift Simba up. That was exactly that scene over there. That's the Nancy Gwenya scene. And then over to our next one. That is Rumi from George. Look at that beautiful red-tinted sky, just telling you that the day is going to be okay, and no matter what happens, it's going to be a powerful, powerful morning. I'm loving these sunrise views. They always just make a difference. And then Liz Decker trying to one-up everybody here with something dreamy, fluffy clouds in the sky, beautiful warm tones at the bottom, looking like the palette of a beautiful painting. And I think that is something that easily can be printed out and sold in one of the home store shops anywhere in South Africa. Now, that's it for your sunrise views. In fact, send yours, please. I'd love to see how you start your day. 063 408 8863. It is always a pleasure featuring those in our weather segment on your show. But of course, now that I told you exactly what to wear, let's help Zoe with that particular department.
Definitely. Thank you, Wasty, because confidence never looked this good. Shape up and steal the show in Re-Sculpt and Lift denim. It's made from sustainably sourced cotton with added stretch to provide tummy control and a double waistband right here to also prevent gape, that little gap at the back. Now, this morning, I need you to help me choose between 2 looks to style with the new Re-Sculpt and Lift denim. So option 1, we're going to go with the Sculpt and Lift skinny jeans styled with this chic split mandarin blouse. I mean, doesn't that just scream citrus fruit for a more elegant look? That is option 1. Or are we going to pair the skinny jeans styled with a black top and a premium denim shirt for a contemporary look? Which one will it be? Will it be option 1, the orange blouse, or option 2, the premium denim look in black? Let me know. The choice is yours. Head on over to Expresso's social media pages and vote for your favorite option. Don't forget to include that hashtag styled by Woolies.
Well, I mean, that's good decisions. I'm going to go for the black denim, but that's just me, but you can decide your way. In fact, just behind me, you've got Megan who's going to stand by to give you some tips on how to be vegan. It's a big one today. And then, of course, Rugby World Cup tickets. Who has won? We've got those winners announced for you a little bit later right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Stick with us.
It's my feel good. Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show with Expresso on S, and we are putting on the different reasons for going vegan. Some choose it as an extreme way to live a healthier life, while others see it as a justice movement of doing the least harm to animals. Whatever your reason, there are some important questions to ask yourself before making the switch, like whether your body is suited for the vegan lifestyle. And that's why we have dietitian Megan Pence-Clates in studio to answer those questions for you. This is such an interesting topic because I think a lot of people are watching now and they've participated in Veganuary and they've tried all these trendy trends, but do they actually know what it takes to become a vegan? And Megan, this is where I'm hoping you will shed some light for us. When it comes to people choosing to go vegan, what food groups or what food is considered vegan?
Absolutely, and it is really important that when you do go vegan, that you include all these different types of foods. So it is all plant foods. So anything that includes something like your different fruits and vegetables. We're talking about grains, of course, especially whole grains. Quinoa, for an example. Then you start looking at your pulses and your legumes, which are really important. And of course, then looking at something like soya and tofu and tempeh, those all come into the vegan lifestyle. So anything that is a plant will be considered part of the vegan lifestyle.
So eggs are out, but the question is always honey. Honey is not from the bee, but the bee's involved in making the honey. Is that seen as vegan?
It is not, unfortunately. So just the same type of issue would be when you look at eating meat or having milk. So the milk would not be considered vegan, and so the honey would not also be considered vegan.
Okay. Now, a lot of people assume, anyone can do the vegan lifestyle, but what type of personality or who is eligible to actually embrace the vegan lifestyle?
I think it's really important that if you decide on a vegan lifestyle, you must realize that there are certain nutrients that are a bit more tricky to get into your diet, and you have to focus on that. So the one is, of course, protein, very typically. It's not that you can't get in enough protein, but you need to focus on it. At least a third of your plate should have some type of vegetarian or vegan protein in it. So from soya right through to, quinoa, your nuts and your seeds, etc. Then you're looking at, if you're going to go into that lifestyle, all the different nutrients include B12, vitamin B12, calcium, iron, and you also something like zinc. And importantly, certain age groups obviously have higher requirements for certain nutrients. So that would be like your children and your teens. You would also see that in pregnant women and, of course, the elderly. So these are a higher risk group. It's not that you can't go vegan, but you need to be very, very astute, and you might need supplementation.
I was about to ask, so if you're not checking the boxes with the amount of proteins, all those vitamins that you need, supplements would then be the next alternative. Megan, what happens when these individuals lack getting those nutrients and vitamins in their body?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because you don't always recognize it, but if you're not getting in enough protein, your body can't make protein. So with protein, one of the most important things is to get it in a good protein source. So you're looking at something like soya, you're looking at combining foods where you don't have to think about that if you are including animal products. So combining something like rice with your legumes, for example, will give you a better type of quality protein. So that's important to bring in. Then, of course, we're looking at something like your vitamin B12. So you can actually, together with your iron, those are basically two important nutrients that you have to focus on more carefully. And if you don't, you can become anemic.
Oh.
Okay, so that's important. Calcium is a very important one as well. And that's why when you do look at a plant-based milk, make sure that it's fortified with something like calcium, because that's one of the reasons why we take in a milk product.
Okay, is to get the calcium for the strong bones. Yes.
100%.
Now, I know there's a lot of misinformation, and you can always, I think a lot of people also just assume vegan is healthier or a product says vegan, but we don't always read the nutritional label to know what is in those products. What is some of the misinformation that people need to keep their mind, like their eyes peeled to if they are choosing to perhaps embark on a vegan lifestyle?
Absolutely. So when something is vegan, making sure that you're not also adding in something like a lot of sugar or a lot of the wrong types of fats, and rather going for your whole foods, but in incorporating and mixing as much as possible. So getting in your good oils, like your omega-3 that comes from flaxseed or canola or walnuts. Those are the types of whole foods that you want to bring in, and the more variety you bring in, especially like I said earlier, a third of your plate being more your protein sources like your soya and your tofu, that's going to be where you can actually make sure that you're getting in your necessary nutrients.
And it's so important to get all those nutrients in. Megan, thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope you learned something. If that is something you are embarking on or thinking about doing, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show, because we've got all the inspiration for you, including some delicious recipes.
We're going to plant some seeds. That's what we're going to do today when it comes to veganism. But there is also a question on our social media pages, and you throw a dinner party. That sounds great, but then you discover one of your guests is vegan. So do you create a separate dish for them, change your menu to completely vegan, or make them bring their own food? That is the big question, and you answered. Let's take a look at some of your comments on the socials. Now, first and foremost, this particular comment has come up, and here it is from Linda Hubert. I would create a dish for them which will look just as attractive and still include what I've already planned to serve. The vegetables, sides, etc. will be done in such a manner that all my guests can eat. Very considerate of you. Thank you for that. Now, another one from Tanda saying, good morning. I'll create a separate dish. And then Abida saying, hello guys, most definitely a special plate for that person. Do respect your guests. It's always a good time if you do respect your guests. We love hearing from you. It's always a pleasure. Please keep it coming and rolling. Any ideas and solutions related to this, we'd love to hear. Darika van Jaarsveld saying this. Actually, when you invited them, they should have told you they are vegan. That being said, I would then tell them what's on the menu and then add if they want to bring anything additional to that, they are welcome. I also guarantee you that if I had to go to them for a meal, I'll most probably be forced to eat vegan, and they will not prepare a steak for me. Wow. All right. So many different angles, but there are 3 options there. So please pick yours, justify it, and let us know on the socials when it comes to that dinner party or that lunch party, whatever that may be. Do you prepare a separate dish? Do you tell them to bring their own food? Let us know on the socials. We'd love to hear as we explore the world of veganism right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Oh, well, from the world of veganism to the world of sport. When we get back, we're going to take a look at the importance of why kids need to participate and play in sports. And speaking of sports, we've got more Rugby World Cup tickets and winners to announce, so stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause, because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the boss are battling for rugby's great prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win the greatest moments with love by Clover.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back. It is your breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Now, picture this. You're at school and you find out that one of South Africa's biggest sporting superstars is a past pupil that has walked the same hallways you have. Well, that sports star happens to be professional football player Siphiwe Shabalala, who has partnered with the hashtag Must Be a Milo Morning campaign to celebrate the importance of sport for South African kids at their former school. In fact, his former school, Phumuzile Primary in Soweto, Johannesburg. Let's check it out.
We know him as a top sporting star and also a Bafana player. We're talking about none other than Siphiwe Shabalala, who has partnered up with Milo in order to inspire the South African youth to sporting greatness. With the hashtag Must Be a Milo Morning campaign. What better way to do it than to return home where it all began for the soccer legend, right here at his alma mater, Phumuzile Primary School, here in the heart of Soweto. Does this place bring back memories?
Yeah, it brings back so many good memories. That's where I started my school. So that's the critical phase of any child, the foundation phase. And I started here, and to come back here years later, to be welcomed, it really humbles me. And I'm just happy that I chose the school where I started.
Culinary, what are we doing today?
Today we're just going to focus on cardio, just to keep their blood system rolling and their heart rate up.
I think sport is very important. It helps them to get fit and develop the body.
And what are some of the lessons that the children learn from playing sport?
I think it builds self-esteem to children, time management and discipline.
The lessons that I've learned from playing sport, selflessness, discipline, commitment, and the will to work, the will to help the next person, which also translates to life values.
As old, I like playing soccer. It makes me feel confident.
Why do you think it's important for children to be physically active and to play sports?
Sport in schools is very important because it helps learners to have leadership skills, one, mental health, physical.
Why is it important for role models to be able to come back to where it all started and inspire the youth?
The learners, they see Siphiwe Shabalala as a role model for them. So one of them one day will be another Siphiwe Shabalala.
My favorite sport is soccer because it made me good fit.
Milo did a great job bringing you here, bringing the drinks here. Why would you say the hashtag Must Be a Milo Morning campaign is bigger than just a hashtag for you?
It's a great initiative which aims at promoting healthy living, healthy lifestyle at an early age. We encourage kids to be active, to participate in sports as long as they're active. And that will also enable them to focus at school and do well. Sports and education, they go hand in hand.
Today's activation was amazing. I mean, my experience was overwhelming. It's always beautiful to see the children come alive when they see Siphiwe Shabalala. They see our sporting legends. They just see the Milo. They got so excited. So it's just amazing to watch the kids come alive.
I like Milo when it's cold.
My message to the ones that aspire for greatness: work hard, remain humble, always believe in yourself, dream big, don't limit yourself. It's free to dream. You dream, you plan, you execute, dominate, and then repeat.
What an inspiring day. It's been so beautiful watching how the children respect and love our sporting legend. Remember, we're challenging all you parents out there to inspire and encourage your children to play sports and keep physically fit. Make sure that you upload and share that moment where they kick that ball, swing that racket and score those goals, and upload them with the hashtag #MustBeAMiloMorning, and also tag @Milo South Africa on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, it must be a Milo morning. I love seeing the joy on their faces and how cool that one of their ultimate sports stars went to the same school as them. Well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We have more sports stars to starstruck someone with, if I can put it that way.
I have a star right here. Somebody who is getting themselves ready for a moment like this. Now, it's always great and a great day to be a winner. And with the Total Energies Club, everyone has the chance to win big. They recently gave the people of South Africa a chance to win one of 5 double tickets to the Rugby World Cup in France. And all they had to do was join the Total Energies Club and spend an easy $700 or more at any of their fantastic locations. I was at a few of them a little earlier in this year, and they were wonderful. Now, we are excited to announce the 3rd winner that we'll get to see South Africa versus Ireland on the 23rd of September in France. And this is the biggest congratulations to the one, the only, Johannes Nkadime! Johannes, congratulations. How are you feeling?
No, I'm so grateful about this trip.
You're just grateful.
Yes, thank you very much for the Total Energies.
No problem. No, Total Energies, we've been trying our best to get people like you elevated and lifted. Can you just imagine, you are jetting over, my friend, to France. Do you know any French?
Yes. No, I'll learn there.
You're going to learn some. I know you will, eh?
Yes.
So I just wanted to know which one of the players, right, who will be, in our Springbok squad up against Ireland. Who are you looking forward to watching the most?
I'll be watching the whole team for South Africa. Yes.
Oh, lovely. Like, there's so many great players to watch. Of course, my captain will be up with that Wales warm-up very, very soon. It's going to be a great experience. But Johannes, I just want to let you know, I know it's quite early in the morning, but you are going to a World Cup game. You're going to watch some amazing team, as in Springboks, up against Ireland in France. I just hope that that's sunk in. If it hasn't, take yourself some time, but congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, sir.
Lovely. Johannes from Mpumalanga enjoying a fantastic moment with Total Energies, going to the Rugby World Cup in France to watch Springboks take on Ireland. Now get ready to experience the magic of Total Energies by joining the club. Simply download the app, dial USSD *120*2683#, or you can visit club.totalenergies.co.za and you can be jetting off like Johannes to France. Bibi?
At Total Energies, everyone gets VIP treatment. Our Bonjour shop has all you need for your journey, including free Wi-Fi to keep you connected and fresh coffee for the road. And our new Total Energies Club lets you earn cash back with every visit. That's Total Energies.
Well, if I was going to France for the Rugby World Cup, I'd definitely pack all of these options, but I need you to help me pick to wear one of these with the denims from Woolworths, and these are their Sculpt and Lift high-rise skinny jeans. So should we go for option 1, which is this colorful mandarin blouse, or should we go for option 2, which is this high-quality black denim shirt and jacket? The choice is yours, option 1 or option 2 to pair with the jeans. You can head on over to Expresso's social media pages and vote for your favorite.
It's my feel good.
It is Wednesday. Kitchen, which must be. It's the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ding, ding, ding!
I didn't hear you, the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ding, ding, ding!
Ah, you have got all the sauce this morning, and another person who's brought all the sauce and all the veggies is my family right here. It's Gabby, St. Georgia. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you for having me, Clem.
I would still want to introduce you and say all the amazing things about you, but we know you, and we know you're pretty amazing. And today, you're going to be talking us through some amazing vegetarian dishes. Everything's smelling really, really amazing, and there's no meat involved. So if you have any questions for Gabby, especially if you are looking to become flexitarian or vegetarian, give us a call. That number, or send us a WhatsApp or voice note. That number is 063-408-8863. I've got a lot of questions. I'm guessing you do too, so make sure you send those voice notes through. Gabby, what are we making? Because I'm smelling things that are making me very happy.
So we're doing nachos with all the trimmings, but all plant-based.
Oh, yes.
So we've got our beautiful plant-based soya mince, we've got our homemade sour cream, and guacamole, salsa, and then obviously a cheesy sauce made out of butternut.
Okay, a homemade sour cream.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to distract you. Where can I start to help you with this?
Okay, so we've got our pan here to start with our mince. That is the most important thing. So we've got some onion here, some garlic, and our mince, which obviously we've done already, but at least it's a bit all, yeah. Because, I mean, you know, the things with mince, you often think, like, you're never going to overcook it. That's the great thing with plant-based. You're not stressing, like, regular mince where you're like, oh, my word.
How do you want your butternut? Medium rare.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, really?
Always caramelized, always caramelized.
Always caramelized. Okay, so onions going in.
Onion, just cook that down a bit with some garlic, and then you're going to add in your plant-based mince, your Woolies mince.
Let's talk about plant-based mince, but we're going to talk and work at the same time. Plant-based mince, soy mince, is nothing new, especially in South Africa. We've been using it for a very, very long time.
Yes.
I think it's just that trend that's happening now.
It's become cool now.
It's become cool now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have you integrated it into your diet?
Yes, I have, especially when you're being social. Like, I'm quite happy just to have veg kind of in the meal, but if we've got people coming over and I meal and show people how good food is, then I'll go and buy all the alternatives. You know,
Right.
the Woolies mince and all those things. That's when you know, make it fun. I just want to let you know what I'm doing now. I've got some steamed butternut, and I'm adding some rice milk.
And this is for...
This is kind of like the cheesy layer.
Got you. Okay.
Add a bit of salt.
Butternut has a little bit of that sweetness in there.
Yes.
I kind of get you. I get that.
So this actually happened by accident, this recipe. So our nanny, she doesn't eat dairy. And I was making a melanzane one night, and I felt bad that she couldn't have a melanzane because obviously full of cheese. So I actually made this like butternut with nutritional yeast for her, and she was like, it was so cheesy. I'm like, nice.
Nuts.
I'm so stoked.
Nuts. Okay, so this is gonna keep on going. This is gonna brown off.
So you browning that, that's great.
Garlic, does that garlic join the onions?
Yeah, garlic can join the onions. I'm just gonna blitz up this, this butternut quickly before I start on the sour cream.
So what I also find is if you take the time with your onions and you really let them...
Done. Sorry,
and I hope you got all that information, because that's life-changing information right there. So, but what I found is with onions, you let them just cook like really long, like half an hour to cook them down. They almost become meaty in a sense.
They do.
And they add umami to the dish.
Absolutely.
So at home, when you're doing this dish, for a little bit longer, get a nice caramel brown color on them. It's going to definitely add depth to your dish.
Give this a rinse.
There we go. So, again, if you have any questions for Gabby, please send your voice notes through to that number 063-408-8863. Gabby, while you're busy, you can think about this question so long. So, obviously, at one stage, I'm guessing, you could, not obvious, at one stage you ate meat, and I know that for a fact. What was that transition like from being a meat eater to now being vegetarian? What advice would you give to someone who's looking to make that transition?
So I must say, when I first went plant-based, I went like really hard. I was just like, I first just kind of cut out chicken, and red meat I cut out for a while before that. Then it was chicken and fish. And then when I tried to go full-blown vegan, I was just living on chickpeas.
Okay.
Which is just not smart for a number of reasons. So I actually gained quite a bit of weight, to be honest, because everyone's just like chickpeas, and falafels and hummus, yay. You know, but like you shouldn't eat that, too much of that. So it was just trying to be smart on, okay, vegetables are super easy to make. You can make them flavorful. The biggest thing is also finding chefs that inspire plant-based journeys. So like Deliciously Ella, that app is great. Yoto Motelengi, obviously firm favorite. So it's finding those chefs that really celebrate veg, even Jamie Oliver and your local guys as well. Find that. That will inspire you.
The inspiration, okay, I do like that. It's actually, for years now, when it's a birthday, someone's birthday is coming up this week, for years when it was anyone of our birthdays, we would exchange Ottolenghi books. And I'm going to be very honest with you. If you are looking to go plant-based, it's an amazing, it's almost like an encyclopedia, a textbook on eating plant-based. So definitely check out that book. Gabby, we've got limited time. How do we bring this together?
Okay, so basically now I am making our cashew sour cream. So I've put our soaked cashews, some nutritional yeast, vinegar, salt, pepper, water. Super simple to make that.
And it ends up super creamy, super milky.
Creamy.
Love that.
So that's done there.
Cool.
So we've got our mince. We're going to chuck in our mince, and in the meantime, we're going to put that over there.
Okay, so this has been browned up already. No, it's just added to the mix.
So that's looking good. The best now is the fun part of making it all zhuzhed up. So we've got a beautiful platter over here. And we're going to start off with our nachos. I mean, the nice thing about nachos, it's such a great sharing plate, you know. Just put a whole lot over here. Nothing needs to be neat about this.
I mean, I don't think nachos are supposed to be like...
Please. Life's too short for that. And we've also got our mince. We've got some refined beans as well. We've obviously got our beautiful cashew cheese. So what do you like to do first? Are you like a mince guy first?
I'm a mince guy first.
Then we do the toppings.
I'm actually, what I normally do is I create one layer of the chips, then the mince and the onions and the sauce,
you're clever.
and then another layer of the...
Clever. I just like chips.
Right, let's dish up. Okay.
Okay. You've got your mince there. Do you want to do that first? And then I'll just, in the meantime, maybe just do like dollops of cheese.
Absolutely.
Cheese. Butternut cheese.
And it's also a great way to get kids to eat
vegetables.
You just tell them that's really cheesy cheddar sauce.
Absolutely. That's what you need to do. And so, yeah, basically, the nice thing with butternut also is it steams a lot quicker because a lot of people often use potato, whereas this is just like so much more like quick and easy. Okay, you go with your mince. I don't know what pattern I was trying to make.
No, I'm like also trying not to follow suit.
What I was doing. This dolloping on.
It smells amazing. It looks amazing.
Looks beautiful. And then do you like to leave your sour cream on the side or put it on top as well?
I do on the top and then a little bit served on the side.
Okay,
because again, like those last few chips at the end that always end up not having topping on them somehow, that's when the sour cream comes in.
A little dollop over here. There we go, nice big dollop over there. And then I think we also just do some salsa just for funsies. Do a little, just for the color as well. Just a bit of that.
That is pretty.
I feel like was really just doing some random little shape.
I also like that the dishes you're introducing aren't foreign, like in the sense that these are dishes we've never experienced before.
Yes,
so nachos is a great way to introduce eating plant-based or vegetarian without like sacrificing and being shocked by like new dishes, new ingredients.
Exactly. And hidden vegetables, which we love.
Hidden vegetables. South Africa, don't forget to send those voice notes through to 063-408-8863. But for now, I'm gonna have to say I'll be right back for some more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Oh, wait, guess what? They actually gave us time to taste. We get to taste, yes.
Vibes, 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 vibes.
Okay, so here's the thing. You got to get a little bit of everything on it, right?
This is the most awkward thing to eat on live television.
People say that like first date food should always be aesthetically like pleasing, neat and tidy. I rate no. Order the, I was going to say ribs. Order the nachos so it can be like messy. And you can find a lot about how they eat, so.
Nice. I think it's all on my face. It's delicious.
It is so good. So Africa, you got to try this, not just because it's plant-based, because it's so delicious. Well done, Gabby.
Thank you.
We go from nacho cheese to it's nacho jeans. It's Zoe's. And earlier on the show, Zoe asked you to help her choose between two looks for the show. Option number one, sculpt and lift skinny jeans styled with a beautiful chic split mandarin blouse. And then, of course, option two, a sculpt and lift skinny jean styled with a black top and premium denim shirt. Now, I had my favorites, and so did you. So let's take a look at some of the votes coming through on the socials right over here. In fact, first one, Bertha saying, morning fam, 1. Jeanette saying, a chic, split mandarin blouse, gorgeous color to complement Zoe's beautiful face. Preach, that's another one coming through. What else was there? Jocelyn, morning, Expresso fam, I go bright orange. Almarie saying, morning, you look beautiful as always. Number 1, please. Galen, option 1, Zozo, but either way, she always looks good. Wow, all right. Well, clearly you wanted one option. You like the bright colors, because that's the thing about Zoe. She is confident, she's bright, she's amazing, and here she is with your favorite. Aww. Check it out, that mandarin blouse.
The mandarin blouse. It's really cool. I know you wanted the black.
No, but now, okay, in retrospect, actually, I'm happy here. This is the good thing. You know what I like about this is that it's very, very flattering, number 1, which is important. Number 2, it complements, all the right, the blush on the cheeks as well. There's all good compliments there.
And these jeans are
the
incredible.
Jeans are, yes.
And they're
yes.
high-waisted. They give the booty a lift.
There we go.
Really cool.
That's the, yes, high-waisted, booty lift. That's the vibe. Or should I say
it's sculpt and lift.
It's high-waisted. That's what it is.
Ah.
It makes sense, but well done. It looks fantastic. Thank you. You made a great choice, and you can make a statement in the best fit yet. Shop the latest denim styles and more at Woolworths, in-store, online, and on the app. The truth is, you can tell that beauty is in the jeans.
Oh, that's cool.
I know.
Ladies are the boss. Night time to shine, no time to get lost. Show them how I show them how I
Oh, listen, it's all about food today on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I might just pop out of these jeans, to be honest.
But that's okay.
But coming up, we're going to chat with a foodie TikTok content creator, Tasneem, and she is going to share all about her take on how she creates content for TikTok, and it's pretty cool.
And during the Culinary hotline, I heard that you need to follow chefs who know all about veganism if you want to really get into it. And there's some top vegan spots for you to get to know in South Africa, and we have all of them for you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel good.
Literally just sit all around, and then you tie your bunch knot. Papa, how?
TikTok, that's how.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast show, and this may not come as a surprise, but food, and more specifically recipes, are the most searched hacks on TikTok. Now, foodie and content creator Tasneem Wahi, she joins us in studio this morning to talk about how the platform of Content Feast is a true culinary delight, making the art of cooking accessible to all, regardless of your culinary background, with the hashtag TikTok That's How campaign. Tasneem, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you know what? We love TikTok here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and we want to know from you especially, where did you realize, hang on, I want to join TikTok and this is what I want to share?
It was actually, you know, completely by accident. In the first lockdown in 2020, I just decided I'm going to download TikTok out of curiosity, out of boredom, like most of us were. And then it was actually my husband that suggested, why don't you post your food that you make? And I was like, I don't think that will really work out. And he just kept on supporting me in doing that. And it just skyrocketed from there.
That's incredible, because you, on your TikTok platform, you visit quite a few restaurants for the first time and you take your TikTok community on that journey with you. What is it about food content creation on TikTok that you love so much?
Well, I really enjoy the process of filming the content and editing, and when it all comes together, it just really makes me happy. And my content is really accessible. So when I cook, I try to keep it as simple as possible, but still absolutely delicious. So anyone can follow my videos and make meals, and it's just really enjoyable for me to go through that whole system.
Now, you've built yourself a community on TikTok. Tell me about this community that you've built and how they receive your content.
The community I've built is predominantly female, so it's 70% female actually, and it's really so wholesome. It feels like I have 100,000 friends, to be honest, and they're really supportive, and that's what just keeps me going.
I love that. And do you ever do restaurant suggestions where it's like, ooh, great date night ideas?
I don't actually. I think I should start getting into that, but I don't have any of those at the moment. So my thing is, this is everything I ate.
Oh.
So I try to order as much as I can from the menu and just show people different options, what they can have at the place. And yeah, me and my husband just feast.
Now, we are all guilty of having a look at TikTok and then you see something, you're like, how did they do that? What have been some of those surprisingly hacks that you've come across on TikTok?
Okay, so I recently discovered on TikTok that you can get a smoky, like a braai flavor in your air fryer by lighting a coal, putting some water on it, and actually popping it in the air fryer in a piece of foil. When your meat or whatever's in there is almost done cooking, you pop that in there, creates the smoke, and when it comes out, it's like a braai.
Oh, that is a flippin' fantastic hack. I love that because, you know, so often we want that smoky feel, but you can't always, especially people that live in apartments or those who don't know how to braai, you don't know how to get that. That is an excellent hack. Now, something that we love is pasta, but I always struggle to drain it. I believe you've also found a hack on how to drain pasta?
Yeah, so when I saw this hack, I was like, I've been doing it wrong my whole life. So you actually take the colander and you put it inside the pot with the pasta and the water, and you just tip it over like that. And then the water will go out and the pasta will stay in the pot.
See, we do it, I've been doing it wrong. I take the pot and then put it into the colander and then back.
And all the steam goes up in your face, and yeah, that just, doing it that way just prevents that.
Oh, I love that. Learned something new. And then in terms of dishwashing liquid, I feel like that's the one thing that's on my grocery list time and time again. I believe you have a hack on how we can stretch that.
Yeah, so if you take your bottle of dishwashing liquid and you half it, you pour half of it into another bottle, and you add like 4 teaspoons of salt. Shake it up, leave it overnight, and then you'll have 2 bottles of sunlight, and it just stretches.
Tasneem, thank you for joining today and for teaching me something new.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been so much fun, Zoe.
There you go. Well, the TikTok That's How hashtag, it unveils the treasure trove of diverse content, invaluable information, and profound connections that the platform has to offer. It's now your turn to interact with the hashtag on your favorite content creators page and comment on TikTok to connect, engage, and learn more from one another.
Hey!
Switch on the flash
flashlight on your phone and put it inside.
TikTok, that's how.
TikTok, look at the time. We're a bit early for your news headlines, but why not? There's a lot to get through. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Starting nationally, BRICS countries have been urged to continue to support and invest in the township economy in an effort to reshape the perception of townships and foster a brighter and inclusive future for all. The Minister in the Presidency for Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Maropene Ramakgopa, led a first-of-its-kind township economy in BRICS dialogue in Orlando West, Soweto, just yesterday. Ramakgopa said the BRICS member countries have the capacity to leverage the combined resources, experiences and expertise to support each other in nurturing vibrant township economies. Now, Statistics SA has announced a 0.3 percentage point decrease, I should say, in official unemployment from the first to the second quarter of 2023, with the official unemployment rate down from 32.9% in the first quarter to 32.6% in the second quarter. Formal sector employment increased by some 143,000 in the second quarter, and informal sector employment decreased by about 33,000. Meanwhile, figures have also shown that there's still a huge gender disparity between men and women when it comes to participation in the labor force. Women are less likely to find employment than men. Now, on to international news. Former American President Donald Trump, 77 years old, and 18 of his co-accused who have been charged in Georgia with election tampering must surrender themselves to the authorities by next Friday. Trump has been criminally charged for the fourth time this year. The 98-page indictment contains 41 counts of racketeering against Trump and his co-defendants over their efforts to overturn President Joe Biden's narrow victory in Georgia. Trump was previously charged with conspiracy to commit fraud. He was also charged with the alleged payment of a hush money to a porn star as well. Now, the Libyan capital's most powerful armed factions battled in several districts overnight and into yesterday morning in Tripoli. That's the worst violence this year, raising fears of a wider escalation. Now, dark smoke hung over parts of the city early yesterday, and the sound of heavy weapons echoed through the streets. The Health Ministry appealed to citizens to donate blood to help casualties. Libya has had little peace or security since 2011's NATO-backed uprising, which split in 2014 between warring eastern and western factions. And two Ohio police officers in the U.S. were in the right place at the right time as they came across a raccoon with a jar stuck on its head. The Perkins Township Police Department said two of their officers were at a filling station when a raccoon ran up to them. A jar was on its head. Video footage shows officers approaching the animal, and one manages to pull the jar off after quite some effort, and the animal gets away. It's often asked, what's a typical day in law enforcement? Here's proof that there's no typical day, the police department said. The jarring experience for both of them. That's it for your news for now. Of course, another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at your sport. Right, so sporting action straight in football. Spain made history with a 2-1 victory over Sweden in the Women's World Cup semi-final. Olga Carmona's stunning late goal secured their first ever final spot. A thrilling Auckland match saw Salma Parriello ignite the game, and of course, after Sweden's late equaliser, Carmona's remarkable shot sealed the win. Spain's unforgettable journey continues, setting up a Sunday clash in Sydney against Australia or England, who face off a little later today. Now, local football sees Mamelodi Sundowns continuing their flawless beginning to the defence of their PSL Championship, dominating Golden Arrows with a 4-0 victory at the Lucas Moripe Stadium yesterday. The team's impeccable run with 3 consecutive triumphs this season was fueled by goals scored by Peter Shalolile, as well as Lesiban Ku with a brace and Grant Kekana. This commanding performance secures a 3-point advantage at the league summit, distancing themselves from closest pursuers Cape Town City. Now on to rugby action. Springbok Rugby World Cup skipper Siya Kolisi, alongside Ox and Che, as well as Jaden Hendrikse, are set for their maiden test outings this year. The team is poised to face Wales in their second World Cup warm-up at Cardiff's Principality Stadium on Saturday. Kolisi and Che recuperating from injuries, and Hendrikse making his debut post a family loss feature in the lineup. The Springboks clash against Wales on Saturday. That'll be at 4:15. And wrapping up with cricket action, the highly anticipated Season 2 of the SA20 returns, showcasing South Africa's finest alongside global cricket stars in 34 matches across 6 venues. Commencing on the 10th of January, each of the 6 IPL-affiliated teams will ignite city rivalries, starting with champion Sunrisers Eastern Cape facing Joburg Super Kings, Durban Super Giants, DSG hosting My Cape Town in a coastal derby at Kingsmead on Thursday, 11 Jan, before Paarl Royals and last season's runners-up Pretoria Capitals face off at Boylan Park. That'll be on Friday, the 12th of Jan. Exciting times ahead in the SA20, which is officially back. That's it for your sport for now. Another update for you in just 1 hour. And of course, you may be heading to work and wondering what's ahead of you. Zoe has all those details.
Thank you, Wasey. Let's start off with your traffic in Cape Town, Athlone. There's been an accident on the N2 inbound after Jake's Harwell Drive. There are 2 lanes closed. Expect heavy delays. And in Northcliffe, Johannesburg, there's a vehicle broken down on the N1 northbound after Beyers-Naudé. 1 lane is closed and it's causing heavy traffic. That's your traffic for this morning. Let's take another look at your weather. And some news, the environment and residents' health stand a chance to, in fact, stand to take a knock due to a worrying and worsening problem in Pretoria North. This after a local dumping site is being overcapacitated due to it not being serviced as a result of ongoing municipal strikes in Tshwane. The strike by members affiliated to the SA Municipal Workers Union, SAMWU, has had a crippling effect on many parts of the capital city, and residents and the environment are at the receiving end. Also, the fear and risk to property is a problem as some residents are now dumping waste outside of their properties, which presents a fire hazard. As Tshwane seeks solutions to the strike, SAMWU members are not backing down. For residents, this brings more service delivery frustrations. Let's get into your temperatures for your Wednesday. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 7 and a high of 20 can be expected. Mpumbela, 10-19, Pretoria, 9-24, Johannesburg, 8 with a high of 22. Mahikeng, 12-27, Klerksdorp, 12-27. If you're in Kimberley, 16 is your low, 27 your high. Bloemfontein, 11-25, Richards Bay, 15-21. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, 11 is your low, 22 your high. Some rain for Durban, a low of 16 and a high of 21. Mthatha, 9-23, East London, 16-21. Cradock 11 with a high of 26, Berga 13 with a high of 20. If you're in George, 10 is your low, 22 your high. Cape Town 12 with a high of 18, Worcester 5-21, Sutherland 0-17, and Uppington, your low for today is 12, and a hot 31 degrees Celsius is your high. Well, those are what is in store for today, but let's take a look at your sunrise views. Starting off in George, Mark snapped this beautiful photo through the clouds. I mean, it looks like you can actually see some pictures in the clouds. Then Michaela in Cape Town is heading to work and shared this memorable view. I mean, just look at those colors in the sky. Anneline is standing on her patio, and this is her view. What a gorgeous one. Thank you for sharing that. And that photo is taken in Gordons Bay, and Kristen from GQ is overlooking the water as the sun is rising. So thank you for that good morning photo. Keep them coming. We love seeing them. Our WhatsApp line for those photographs and videos is 063 408 8863.
You know that there are so many exciting recipes for you in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, we're going vegan today. So there's one coming up. I can see there's some tomatoes. I feel like the art of the tart's going to happen. Plus, given the fact that we're vegan today, there is a bit of vegan, dairy-free white salad cheese coming through. So if you need that recipe, I suggest you stick around. Plus, top vegan spots in South Africa, we have them all. So get the map down and get plotting, because we have all those details for you in the next couple of minutes. I don't think you should go anywhere. You should stay right there, especially if you're into veganism.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Bling.
Ding, ding, ding!
Now, in the first segment, we had made the most beautiful nachos. True question, what happened to the nachos because we can't find it?
I know.
We'll try and find it a little later. So if you have any questions on anything plant-based, vegetarian, if you need advice on going from being the biggest carnivore, how to become a flexitarian or vegetarian, please send your voice notes to 063-408-8863 asking us any question, just like Belinda has asked us a question. Let's hear Belinda's voice note.
Hi, Chef Gabby and Chef Clem. I would just like to know if you can substitute tomato with any other vegetable.
Good question. So here's what's happening. So Gabby and I are about to make, what are we making?
We're making actually a tomato and caramelized onion tart.
Yes. So Belinda's question was, instead of tomatoes, what else could we use to substitute, what other ingredient could we substitute tomatoes with for this dish?
So, I mean, with tomatoes, they obviously have that kind of acidic vibe that you want, and obviously they're very high in vitamin C. So I think if I was taking tomatoes out of this, I would probably use a combination of butternut and peppers.
Oh, that's delicious, yeah.
Because that would give, like, the color, it would also give the taste. And the biggest thing with the butternut is just don't cut it too small because you want that caramelized effect. You don't want that, like...
Mash.
The mash, yeah.
You don't want the mash.
Not this vibe, at
Belinda, there's your answer. And again, it comes down to a lot of research that you can do on the internet for, like, vegetarian dishes. And you'll find a veggie that you feel works for you when it comes to substituting for meat and for other ingredients as well. So, Gabby, let's get started. Our onions are beautifully caramelized.
Yes. So this is a super beautiful, easy recipe. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to then kind of stack our tomatoes. You don't have to be neat about this. You can literally, I mean, if you want to do a Pinterest vibe, TikTok, spiel, you can. I don't because time. So basically, if you want to do a little pattern, you can. But quite honestly, you can just, you know, make it just nice and neat and just not stacked on top of each other.
Is this a one-tray kind of situation?
This is a one-tray kind of situation, which we love. It's again for entertaining. And the lovely thing with puff pastry from Woolies is that it doesn't have any butter. Because I think a lot of people are like, but puff pastry's got butter in it. And I'm like, but not this one. They're actually just using sunflower oil and some other vegetable substitutes.
And it's this one. Let me just come over. It's this one. So the one that you buy in the box, it says all butter puff pastry. Yes. And that's the clue. That's all butter. So this one that comes in the bag, great. I didn't know that. So yeah, so it's not made of butter. So if you're looking for a plant-based option for some pastry, that's done for you already. So tomatoes down.
Tomatoes are done. Now we've got our caramelized onion, which we pre-caramelized.
I found a really cool way how to brown onions and get them crispy.
Do tell?
The microwave.
What?
Yeah, and I actually tried it out and I found this on TikTok at like 9 o'clock at night.
As you do.
Ran downstairs, tested it, and it works. So what you do is you get a glass bowl, a big size glass bowl with oil in it, and then you add your onions to that, then they're sliced.
Yeah.
And then you microwave it in like 1 minute bursts and stir every time.
That's incredible. Like tempering chocolate, but now you're caramelizing onions.
And you're not like emptying a liter of oil just to like fry like a small amount of onions.
Yes.
Your microwave. I think we should do a microwave hotline.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially because life's only getting busier and we're entering that silly season.
Yeah.
So when it comes to time-saving hacks in the kitchen, I think now's the time.
I think so.
So, onions go down.
Onions go down. You can season with some salt if you like. And now I'm basically going to just take our puff pastry.
And I love that it's already wrapped for you. So
guys, this is so easy. You're literally going to just roll this out. What a vibe.
And I'm shooting ahead here, but I know that there's a cheesy element coming. The cheesy element comes at the end, am I right?
Yes, so basically when this is hot out the oven, we're then going to crumble our dairy-free salad cheese out.
Do you need a knife? I got, here we go.
I feel like what I can do is actually just put this whole thing on and just do it.
Oh, I like that, especially when you tuck the ends in because it becomes more rustic.
So. I feel like that's a vibe.
Definitely. So a big thing, and I think it's almost like we have to say this every single time we work with puff pastry. If your puff pastry is hard, it's still frozen when you take it out the freezer, do not, and I repeat, do not put it in the microwave to thaw it out. I actually found
Don't do that.
Don't do that. but I'm about to undo what I just said. I actually found a hack how you can put puff pastry in the microwave to thaw it out, but there's a bit of science to it, so I think we'll demonstrate that on that hotline. But let the puff pastry thaw out naturally on the counter. That's the best way to do it. Do not put it in the microwave. You'll end up with like a thin brick of pastry, and no one wants that.
No.
So this goes to the oven.
That goes into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes.
Do we need to do the puffy puff thing, or is it actually fine? Let it just rise.
Let it just rise, honestly.
Let it just...
If you're feeling stressed about it, then you can do the little prickies in it. I just, whole spiel.
If it comes out like that, you don't need to prick it.
Exactly, because you're turning it upside down. So now this is the trick, guys, which I'm not going to make a disaster. It's not too hard.
You got this. You've got this.
I'm just going to go down the level, just so I don't drop the plate. There we go.
But it's also pretty cool that you can do this in front of your guests and they'll all go, wow, that's amazing.
Absolutely. Especially if it doesn't want to come out.
You know what?
Sorry.
We are here.
There we go.
Okay.
Give a little bit of a shake.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, you see? And
that
you
is
take
beautiful.
your little tomatoes that came out because no one knows.
And also, let's just talk about the fact that these are like basically restaurant hacks you're getting here today.
This is beautiful.
Because, I mean, the amount of food that you create every day for so many different people and your family. I think we got the best person in the kitchen this morning teaching us how to put these amazing dishes together. That is stunning.
And now we're going to crumble on our beautiful salad cheese, our vegan cheese. And then I've got some beautiful fresh basil as well, just for some greenery. So this will like melt into the tomatoes.
When would you have this? I would have this like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like, it's really amazing with a glass of wine. I think it'd be delicious.
Chardonnay done.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? This is such a nice little brunch idea. Or I would say is your sundowner, before supper. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of a...
First supper.
First supper.
Here's what we're starting for the rest of...
There we go.
The rest of 2023, we're starting a new thing. You can have first supper, and then second supper, and then you can have dessert. New rules. New rules.
I feel like it's been a hard year, and I'm not opposed to having 3 different suppers. Okay?
There we go. This looks delicious. When we come back, we're going to try a slice of this, and then we're making a...
What are we doing on it? Oh, a beautiful platter.
A beautiful platter. So don't go anywhere.
There's our vibes.
We'll be back with more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Oh, well, listen, speaking of all those delicious vegan recipes that Gabby and Clem's doing in the kitchen, we thought, why not take a look at some of the best vegan lifestyle choice? You know, when it comes to making those choices, it's sometimes difficult when you go out looking at restaurants to find places that can support your lifestyle, especially given that there's such a big growth in the popularity of going vegan and, of course, taking care of the environment. And there are nutritional benefits too. Now, for those interested and curious in what South Africa has to offer in terms of local restaurants, we have selected some of the best vegan restaurants in cities around SA.
All right, so let's get you started on one of the top vegan restaurants in Cape Town. If you find yourself in the mother city, you must go visit a place called Wild Eatery. It's in District 6, steeped in history and just so lekker. They wish to inspire people to include more fresh and healthy plant-based whole foods into their everyday diet, showing just how delicious and satisfying vegan options can be. Conveniently, they also happen to be next door to Nude Foods, one of the top vegan grocery stores in the city. So if you see something nice in store, go make it yourself with the produce you get at Nude Foods as well. So I think that's such a great little, I'm going to call it a nice little hub for veganism in Cape Town.
Definitely. Now we move to Johannesburg. In Bedfordview, there is a scrumptious and wholesome place called Kaylee's Eatery. Now, they are all about promoting a healthy, happy, and cruelty-free lifestyle.
Nice.
They are constantly experimenting with plant-based food to break the perception of how limiting a vegan diet can be. They also have made sure to create a space that is 100% vegan, has affordable vegan options, a variety of vegan diets, and promotes health and wellness. They also have a dog-friendly section of the cafe. It's called Central Bark with an outdoor play area.
Cute, man.
I love that. Central Bark.
There we go. So let's go to Durban North. There's a lovely place there called Oh My Soul Cafe, KZN's first 100% vegan restaurant. They cater to everyone, whether you are vegan or plant-based, health conscious, or just curious to try a delicious cruelty-free option. Their doors are always open for you. As an establishment, to them, being vegan is actually all about awareness of the environment and the health of your own body. Their menu features delicious burgers and I should call them actually burgers is what they call it on the menu, and an array of sweet treats too. So if you are in Durban North, Oh My Soul is the place to go.
Okay, well, we've touched on the Western Cape, we've touched on KZN,
Yeah.
we've touched on Gauteng. Let's head on over to the Eastern Cape because, you know, if you want to know some of the best vegan restaurants in Gqeberha, it's Baobab Whole Food Cafe. Now, they were the first plant-based venue in Gqeberha and started off as a food trailer in 2015 and have now grown into a full cafe.
So cool.
Their aim is to be an example of plant-based nutrition, health, and vitality. And they also provide full vegan options and some vegetarian items on their menu too. So that's quite exciting.
Wow, so we've kind of scanned the entire country. If you missed any spots, feel free to jump in with yours. But, you know, if there are any others, 063-408-8863. Let's celebrate them today as we celebrate vegan on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And we're going to celebrate incredible talent as well. These incredible human beings stood beside me have bucket loads of talent and they're ready to pour that into your world and your space. The Tanda Choir are here to perform just for you and they're amazing. Give a little wave. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So good to have them in our presence this morning. Then, seeing as we are going plant-based this morning, we're going to play a little game. Is it vegan or is it not? This might find you out. We'll see you now.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining the conversation, and we're going to have a little bit of fun now. On the Expresso stage this morning is Tanda Choir, a community-based association, a movement, if you will, located in the deep rural lands of one of the largest townships in the country, Khayelitsha. Now, alongside them are the founders, Luke Bernard and Julio Texera, and Lufefe Radebe has not joined us this morning. But I think Lufefe has joined us, and Akunkele has joined us as well. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, this morning. A great great opportunity to hear some magical voices. There is nothing quite like starting your day with this kind of sound, but there is something deeper happening here. Yes, loads of talent, but it feels like a different kind of energy when you guys sing. I don't know who wants to give us a bit of background here, but how did you guys first form? How was the choir originated?
So the choir was formed at the start of this year. Myself, Julio, and Lufefe come from Joburg. We matriculated last year. Yeah. So we came down to Cape Town to study, obviously, and I first met this group in town, and I saw their talent. I was really moved on the first day. So I was like, you know, how do I take this choir and make a project? How do I better their situations? So we first started the organization to kind of make it an escape for the members. Obviously, with gangsterism and drugs and Kailicha, we made it an escape for them. Especially with all our members here being from the ages of 17 to 23. But then we kind of looked at it further and said, it's great to have an organization that's an escape, but how do we have an organization that betters all of our member situations financially, spiritually, emotionally, all of those things?
This is quite a thing. Did you have a background in music before this? What were you studying? No. What was that seed? How did this come about from just a notion? Did you have a background in this space at all before kind of jumping on board?
So, I mean, obviously we matriculated last year, so I don't really have any background in that. But I did have some limited background in marketing and stuff like that, so I think that's how we kind of found our feet. But, yeah, I mean, all self-taught stuff from now.
It's amazing because there is a very cohesive energy here. It feels like you guys have been together for a very long time. The fact that this was only started at the beginning of the year, I'm getting like goosebumps. This is an incredible thing. What difference is this making in all of your lives? How does it feel now that you're kind of half a year down the line to be involved in this? What change has happened in your space, and what do you think it means for the members of this choir?
Well, it's meaning, you know what I mean? So I think it's very meaningful for us three to be a part of something greater than ourselves. And I mean, as Luke said, we really didn't want to just do this as a hobby, but we really just wanted to show people that it is possible no matter where you come from. So, yeah.
We know the baseline reality of most South Africans at the moment is, I think few people will be able to wrap their head around just how intense it is, especially for a young person trying to make their way in the world. How has this changed, do you think, the reality of the choristers, the people singing in this choir? How do you think their space has changed because of being in this collective, having this kind of family to connect to?
Okay, first of all, we don't call it a choir. We are a family.
I love that.
So that means we get to interact with each other deeply, other than using music. So now, the choir has helped us escape the things that happen in the townships, as you know that we're from Kailicha. So it has played a very big role in our lives. Yeah.
What has it brought you that you don't get there? What is this magical X factor? What is that thing about being able to connect with young people like yourselves and envision something different for yourselves? How much of a difference has that made in how you see the world?
It's a huge difference because it brings warmth. Not all of us get warmth in our homes. So we get to be a family here, like everything we need that we don't get from home, we get it here as a family.
You can feel the emotional connection, and you need to hear the talent because there is something magical here. Yeah. James, thank you so much for being a part of this incredible journey, starting this incredible, I'm going to call it a movement because I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of people watching this going, hang on a minute, if 2 kids, 3 kids straight out of school can drive this kind of change, drive this kind of movement, that is a massive, massive marker. So I love the first choice of song to perform this morning. It's going to hit hard, and I have a feeling we're going to make those emotional connections. So thank you to all of you for being here this morning. Enjoy your moment in the spotlight. It has arrived, and they've got the perfect song to kick off their account this morning. Too Late for Mama by Brenda Fassie. Guys, enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Tanda family. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you.
mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. She's gone. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late, too late for mama. Oh mama. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. She's gone. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. She's gone. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. Too late for mama. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. She's gone. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. She's gone. Too late for mama. With a little baby. Too late for mama. Oh yo 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 yo. Too late for mama. Oh mama.
Wow, the Tanda choir, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible. Wow, I am a believer. I think you were channeling Brenda, girl. That was absolutely beautiful. One more performance coming your way in just a moment. A little Oskido for your Feel Good Breakfast show. We absolutely love it. We're going to keep all of the details up on how you can support this incredible movement behind it. They are the Tanda Choir. They're amazing. And we're going to continue with an amazing show on the other side of this. We've got a beautiful plant-based Mediterranean platter coming your way. That, of course, being plant-inspired. Today, we're going to play a little game. Is it vegan or is it not? This one might surprise you. We'll have a little bit of fun with that after this. Well done, ladies and gents. Absolutely amazing. Woo.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso breakfast show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Boks are battling for rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Braais. So engage and win with the greatest moments brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel good breakfast.
We're back in the kitchen for the third and final installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ding, ding, ding.
So what we've made so far is the most delicious nachos, a caramelized onion and tomato tart. It looks beautiful. And now we're about to make this amazing Mediterranean platter.
Yes, our mezzo platter, our spread.
Okay, so...
all the things.
Pretty hard to believe that everything we've made so far doesn't have any meat because it's been tasting so good. I'm looking forward, high expectations for this platter. Where do we begin?
Okay, so I've got a lovely griddle pan over there for you because I would love to get some nice char on this ciabatta.
Like thin slices, thick slices?
Oh, I feel like we can do a mixture just for texture because what we've got over here is so many beautiful goodies from Woolies. We've got dairy-free cheese spread. I've got their roasted red pepper hummus. I've got their regular hummus. I've got some sun-dried tomatoes. These peppers are unbelievable. They're roasted red peppers, super Italian. Like, you can actually do a little plate on that.
Usually when we go away for the weekend, Gabby's dad gets, like, I'm talking about kilos of red peppers.
So good.
And he just chars them, and then we all stand there rubbing off the skins and then prepping them, because we use it quite a lot.
We use it on everything.
Everything.
And now you've got it done yourself already.
I mean, thank you, Woolies, for doing that. Okay, I've got some thin slices. We're going to go for some thick.
Thank you. And basically the whole fun with this kind of concept is you can just literally put everything anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm opening up some olives here.
Boards are a great way to get people snacking.
Yes.
And I think it's kind of easy. Everything just joins the plate. Aesthetically, though, you can't just be throwing things.
No. It must have its place. It's organized chaos.
And it always just seems fancy.
Yeah, it does. It does. And the thing is, like, especially like if you're on a budget or if you want to spend, like, you really can go all over the place.
You really can, like, make it quite a pricey platter if you want. And then again, you could also make it quite a budget-friendly one.
Absolutely.
Depending on the ingredients that you add. Talk to me about prep. So you got a very busy lifestyle. What type of ingredients or what elements do you prep ahead of time to save yourself time in the kitchen?
So from a vegetarian perspective, like one thing I've kind of often got in the fridge are boiled eggs, just because it's high protein, it's easy to grab on the go. And cottage cheese is like one of my favorite things to do from that perspective. But I do times when I go full vegan and I'm not doing any dairy either, in which case I love lentils. I fry up some lentils, a little bit of red onion, just like that.
Sounds good.
And I add them to salads. That's something I really, really enjoy to do. Also, nuts are always great. It's like having just a nice nut butter. That always goes down well. And yeah, rice cakes, nice and easy, especially those nice, Woolworths always have those nice purple ones.
So good.
So good.
And
love
equipment-wise, like what's some of the equipment you've had in your kitchen that's really helped you being vegetarian?
Air fryer. Without a doubt, my air fryer.
Our air fryer, yeah,
seriously, like, that has been a win because, especially with veg, you literally can just stick them in the air fryer. They caramelize beautifully. And, yeah.
And a good vegetable peeler, I'm guessing.
Good vegetable
because,
peeler,
I mean, you're doing a lot of veggie peeling.
Yes.
And, I mean, I said a good quality one because the cheaper ones, hey,
No, you need
down.
a good quality peeler. And then, obviously, like, having a nice blender or like a NutriBullet, that kind of vibe is always great because you can make your dips, you can make smoothies, all those things. So that's also quite a win.
I love that. Okay, cool. So bread going.
So I've got my pestos over there. I'm now going to grab some peppers out of here.
I mean, also the fact that you're buying all these elements from Woolies already, so you're saving so much time.
Already done, absolutely.
And I feel like, especially if you're not the most amazing cook, but you are looking to be vegetarian.
Yes, absolutely.
The options that are available now versus 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh, no, you can't even compare it. I remember 10 years ago when I was trying not to do dairy, when I was going through my whole like health and fitness stuff, the only milk you could get, which wasn't dairy, was quinoa milk and rice milk. And then soy.
We've leveled up. We've leveled up.
And now I'm just like, oat milk for the win.
Also,
things.
Okay, let's talk about this. You're Italian and you come from a big foodie family. I mean, we go through quite a lot of meat when it's like the occasion.
Yeah.
Like, how? Like, we're in a family where chicken is the vegetarian option. How was that the transition for you being in such a big foodie family?
I must say, for my dad, at first, he was like, oh, another thing she's not eating. Because I used to go through, like, from like age 12, I'm like, I'm not eating gluten. They were like, do you even know what that means? I'm like, no, I do not. But, you know, all those things, my dad was probably thinking, like, oh, another thing she's not eating. But then saying that he took it up as such an amazing challenge. And that is also why, like, at years now, we've got the most amazing goodies. At Woolworths, you get the most amazing goodies of, like, all these things that are plant-based and delicious. So, like, your quinoa salads, your mushrooms, your everything. Like, there's just... It's a good challenge, actually, that he's now really enjoyed. And especially, like we spoke about earlier, getting your, you know, your ottolenghi recipe books out and all those things. It's actually now, most of our meals are mainly plant-based. There's maybe an extra protein in from a meat perspective.
And again, living in South Africa where our produce is so beautiful, so amazing, it's a great way to start experimenting with ingredients. We have a voice note from Alexa. Let's listen to her voice note.
When making a cheese platter and you have vegan guests coming over, what type of cheeses are there available that are vegan friendly?
You want to take this one?
Well, fun fact, we actually just tasted the most delicious cheese from Woolworths now.
Okay.
Where's the label?
You talk to them, you talk to them. I'm going to actually...
beautiful.
I'm going to ask Nicole, as soon as I see her, if she can go and find that. So Woolies have an amazing selection of plant-based cheeses. One that we just tried now was the dairy-free hard cheese. And Nicole, come say hello to the people. Say hello. Hello. Okay, here we go. So this is this dairy-free hard cheese. It kind of like stands inside it. You just saw Gabby use the cream cheese spread.
Yes.
Again, dairy-free. So there's quite a few options. Woolies also have the pre-sliced cheese. And the feta. The feta is so good. So this hard cheese is really delicious. It's got almost like a Parmesan flavor to it. And it is slightly addictive. When I first tasted this, I was like, what? It is the beautiful texture like Parmesan. It's not as dry.
Yes.
But oh my goodness, the flavor is so good. And I'm actually looking to have this in the fridge, not just as a dairy alternative, but as an everyday cheese, because it is so, so good. So definitely check out your Woolies aisles. They've got amazing dairy-free selection with the cheeses and their milks. Shame, Gabby's quinoa milk from back in the day. So yeah, go and check out the Woolies shelves. Absolutely, go and have a look at that. Such good cheese. Thank you, Nicole.
And also, like now, for example, like this dairy-free cheese spread as well. Like you can zhuzh it up. You make that as your base, and you can put like your slow-roasted tomatoes. We're using a beautiful basil pesto. You can completely zhuzh that up. You know, that's not just like cream cheese. It's just
not
like
just cream cheese.
You know what I mean?
So let's talk about this. We got the roasted pepper hummus with pistachios.
Yes.
Roasted red peppers. We got our hummus with more of those pistachios.
I just
love pistachios. And the olives you used.
The olives I've used, but I actually might open up some more just for fun.
Just for fun. And then over here we've got that dairy-free cream cheese spread
with
some of the
pesto.
Vegan pesto.
Yeah.
So a lot of texture, a lot of flavor happening. I'll just open up this one so long in the meantime. Yeah. And these are really great because Kirsten Bosch concert season's coming soon.
Yes.
And these are perfect for that because you don't have to rock a whole big jar of olives. You literally
no one's judging, but these are great
also, no one's judging. If you want to sit there and you want to sit with the big Kalamata jar of olives and your glass of wine,
Listen,
do you.
I'm there for it, eh?
You
honestly,
do that.
Honestly.
Okay, so
I've got to do some little sun-dried tomatoes here now.
This is so beautiful, so delicious. And this is how you like occupy your guests. Just feed them. Gabby, I absolutely love this. The recipes today.
Our meal number 2.
For second supper. There we go. The recipes have been outstanding today. And I think it's a good introduction to anybody looking to go plant-based. Really amazing. So Africa, thank you so much. We'll be back again next week with more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, well, listen, in the spirit of health, wellness, and plant-based food, we thought we were going to play a game today, and it's all about guessing the vegan versus the non-vegan food. Now, we have 5 delicious-looking dishes in front of us. When I say us, I mean Graham and Wasty, and each presenter will have a blindfold. Well, do you have blindfolds? No. We're just going to eat with our eyes, but also taste. It's all about how it tastes. So, gentlemen, in front of Wasty, we have got some cream cheese. Then we have some butter chicken. We have got Korean barbecue. We have feta cheese. And here in front of me, we have chicken Malay curry. I'm going to sneeze. The spices are coming through.
Go, go, go.
You're allowed.
Sneeze that way, though. Okay.
It's right, we all share our...
yes.
So let's start off with the cream cheese. You've got spoons and we've got ample of everything.
Thank you,
so
Sam.
give it a try and let me know whether you think that is a vegan dish or a non-vegan dish, and I'll tell you whether you're correct or not.
I'm going to say on visual kind of take, I'm saying it is probably plant-based.
On taste?
It's cheesy.
It's garlicky.
It's got a yeasty kind of vibe to it that says to me that's definitely vegan.
Vegan.
Vegan is correct.
Thank you.
That's quite tasty, eh?
Sorry, ding.
Done, gentlemen. Okay, next one, the butter chicken. Give that a taste and let me know, do you think that is a vegan dish or a non-vegan dish?
Surely that must be chicken. Look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, surely, buddy.
Vegan or non-vegan?
No.
That's chicken.
Is that chicken?
That's chicken.
That's a lovely chicken curry. Could have warmed it up, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just saying.
That is correct, gentlemen. That is a non-vegan dish. Okay, let's move over to our Korean barbecue.
Ah, okay.
This is my vibe.
Let's go straight in. I'm just going to take one of the...
Just take one and bite
Go
it
for it.
in. Like
I
you
just wanna
love
know
your
what
Korean braai.
What part of the... What part of the cow?
the Korean.
Or what is this?
Good luck. Let me know what it tastes like.
It's a little cheesy.
It's very nice Korean. The flavoring is very good.
Is it vegan or non-vegan?
Nice smokiness.
Definitely vegan.
Yeah, I know this is proudly vegan.
This is,
That
proudly
is
vegan. I'm gonna
proudly
say.
vegan.
Even wears a T-shirt that tunes.
Vegan.
I do CrossFit.
That's vegan. Okay, let's move over to the feta cheese. Is this vegan? Is this non-vegan? Give it a try.
Okay.
Get one a day.
Such a Cape Townian thing.
I love how you take big pieces. You're so generous with
I'm
your
still.
salt.
What did you say this was?
Feta.
Feta.
Feta cheese. Is the feta vegan or non-vegan?
It's beautiful. It's creamy. It's delightful. It's vegan.
It's very good. It comes close, eh?
It's just, yeah.
It's creamy. It's got that lovely saltiness.
So that is actually very, very good.
I think
that's vegan.
It's the purity of the
It is
white
vegan.
that's underselling the cheese element, but it's great. I think that's a fantastic
Okay.
feta option.
Very, very nice.
Gentlemen, I have
Are you
clean
licking that
forks
for
for
yourself?
you.
Thank you.
And last up, we have our chicken Malay curry.
I like the look of this. It smells amazing.
Stunning. Eh? Chicken Malay. Okay.
Chicken Malay curry.
What if we like wrong on everyone?
No, I've been telling you whether you're right or wrong. Vegan or non-vegan?
Number one, do we not have a microwave? Yo, it's cold.
Gas. We've got gas. I know we've got gas prize.
A microwave. So cold. But this is lovely. Good flavor. Take the cardamom in there, the good spices that, you know, you almost sneezed.
Yeah, very heady. It's
Spices are there.
This is a vegan.
lovely,
vegan curry.
olfactory, but yeah.
It is vegan indeed.
Yeah.
Well done. We can't fool you guys.
These are all very, very tasty dishes. I
Hold on.
like this. It's
Let me
quite
go
a
back
journey
to
to go on at this time of the day. And we'll
Try
check
that with as accompaniment. I know it's
Can't
against the point, but it's good.
Can't compare it. Well, these food items all looked and smelled incredibly delicious. Which dish do you think was the non-vegan item? I think I gave that one away for you. And perhaps maybe let us know which dish out of these ones you would love to try most, especially the vegan ones. I mean, I've always wanted to try the Korean barbecue, so if you don't
Go for
mind,
it. Sorry, we've left our
I'm going
half
to jump in here.
Go for it.
barbecue there, but it's very tasty and it's got a lovely smokiness.
It's also got a sweetness to it that's quite unique.
It's nice. Well, I don't know how much this is going to affect the waistline, but if you've gotten to a gorgeous dress for Miss SA, maybe we will spot you on our list in just a moment. We are going to be taking you through some of the standout outfits, and there were some gorgeous, gorgeous representations at Miss SA, so we'll take you behind the scenes.
I'm going to go into a break so I can
Yeah,
get
of
rid
course.
this.
And I know Shiraz is getting ready as well. You know, he always does. He's just one of those individuals. So don't worry, you should stick around. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Always beautiful.
Bake more memories and win big with the Taskmaster SA and Royal Baking Powder. Watch the show every Tuesday evening at 7 and enter our viewer competition by creating your unique own bake based on the weekly theme using Royal Baking Powder. Post it on the competition post on social media using hashtag #TheTastemasterSA and stand a chance of winning a KitchenAid stand mixer and more every week. Unleash your creativity with the Tastemaster SA and Royal Baking Powder.
We'll see you in the Tastemaster kitchen.
Now you can generously give a voice to Storytime. Visit our library of homegrown audio stories at cadbury.co.za.
It's my feel-good.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. Now, of course, on Sunday, the 13th of August, South Africa watched with bated breath as we crowned Natasha Joubert as our new Miss South Africa. And, of course, the who's of who of Mzansi walked the red carpet, but whose fashion was fab and whose was absolutely failed. Well, we asked our very favorite friend, Shiraz, ready to join us in studio to give us a Miss SA red carpet rundown. And we're so excited to take a look at the fashion in case you've missed any of them.
Can I just say it was quite the show. The pageant itself, but also just pre-pageant, I think there were some really amazing looks. Some I'm not so sure about.
Okay, the thing is, already you started with diplomacy. Don't hold back. Okay?
No, I'm not.
Don't
I'm just
hold
like,
back.
there was some former Miss South Africas, I was just like, what, Dunjay? No.
Here we go.
So, you need friends, guys.
Okay, wait, I need to ask, was there a theme to the Miss SA
There
red
wasn't.
carpet? Okay.
But for some people, I think they really thought there was. And maybe it was giving jungle fever, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's the Shiraz I know. See, I was worried about you in the beginning, but now you've made me feel safe.
Yes, no,
Thank you.
I've seen some of the photos, and the ones I've seen I've absolutely loved. So let's take a look.
All right.
Our first one is former Miss SA, Tamron Green. Let's put her image up on the screen and have a look.
I loved her look.
Fabulous.
Firstly, this monochrome look works well. Any side of like bodycon mermaid style dress for her. Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to go with success
and her with gloves is a good opportunity as well. I love her with the glove moment. And she's owning her womanhood, which is really amazing. As a married woman, she's also just still giving us that sexiness, so that's great. You know,
you
that's
say
what
that
the
as a
pageant
married woman
says.
giving us sexiness as in like the singleness or?
No,
okay.
just
So
actual,
to
just
ask
showing
first.
off that she is just a beautiful woman, Carl.
Just because you're getting married doesn't mean you say goodbye to your
It's giving
sexiness.
the vibes that we needed.
Exactly.
She is super elegant. That's
was
what I
very
love.
elegant.
Miss South Africa's elegancy, and that's exactly what she gave us.
No, it's just, she's wonderful.
Let's move over to Banele Mdaba.
So I don't know about this one. For me, it's always something that I am not sure of. I don't know if it's going to work. And when the picture moves, you guys will be able to vote. But Mogelings is someone who is part of a reality TV show, a big TikTok star. And I think for me, maybe the print could have been better. I feel like the high-rise dress is not the one, but the body is there. The body is there. If anything, this person is serving body.
I know what you're seeing. So just in juxtaposition of Cameron, very gown gala.
Yes.
This one is actually giving night out.
Okay. Party.
Clubby type of vibe. As
I'm
opposed to
ready for that.
pageantry. I think that's probably why you're kind of in two minds about it.
I am. Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like you're going to be like rocking out to a club with that type of vibe as opposed to
after party. This person definitely came ready for the after party.
Are you on the fence? I quite like it. I personally would soften
Also, I must say that gloves was a big thing this year. Lots of gloves on the red carpet, both men and women. And I think that's a really cool moment.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right, next up.
Cindy now.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, can I just say, this woman doesn't age. She's ageless. She's absolutely stunning. Also, former Miss South Africa, looked really beautiful. Her daughter was in a miniature version of this. There, look at that, how stunning that neckline. Also, again, just a beautiful dress. Like I said, gloves were a big thing this year. And she's just giving eleganza and just saying, I am a businesswoman, I'm a mother, a wife, and a former Miss South Africa, and I'll remind you that I'm a beauty queen. And that's exactly what she did. I love it.
Success in my mind.
I'm giving you, Cindy.
Yes.
Success. Someone we love having on the show, Chef Nti. She was on the red carpet.
Yes, she was also got a nod from me. I love the green. And look at that leg. It's giving Zoe Brown leg, but you know what I mean?
Zoe Brown leg.
Yes, yes. Guys,
That's a rare
whenever
find,
anybody poses like that, I say they saw it on Zoe Brown first. But that is exactly a beautiful color on her. That hair, the side part, it's really stunning. And again, she's a beautiful woman and she's showing off her best assets. And I love that about this look. Stunning.
In my mind.
Yes, green mamba vibes.
You got it.
Now, let's look. Oh, my gosh.
Davi. I love
Miss
the
SA.
purple. I love the purple. It is giving purple rain. It's also giving I may take flight with those bat wings. Look, I mean, hey, curtain. But I mean, she's a former Miss South Africa as well. She does look beautiful. She wore purple twice this evening, so there was definitely no shortage of purple when it came to her stylist. But again, overall, I think an elegant look, and it works with the crown, the former crown that she was wearing.
And it works with the handing over of the crown, like, or at least
because if you were
placing
getting
the new
cold, she
crown.
could keep you warm with those sleeves.
Placing the new crown on the new Miss SA. I love it.
I can't call it a mess, but I think that there's a lot of material.
It's all of the fabric.
There's a lot of the fabric. I think they took the roll of fabric.
There's an auntie in Athlone is making dresses for a matric dance, and she said, just
no, but
take
you can
the roll.
cut from that piece to make more dresses.
Mini a dress.
Yes.
Even for a miniature bride in a wedding.
Guys,
it's a lot.
Is it a mess or a hot?
I'm going to say it's a success in terms of surplus. Like you can make other dresses from it.
There's never a shortage when it comes to those dresses. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move over to our next guest, Sipho Alfie.
I love this. I think it's giving regal. It's giving I am definitely a prince. It's royalty. He's tapped into his traditions, and I love that.
Success.
And a good pair of shoes, and I love a good fez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dope. I'm feeling it. Yes, please.
We should get you one of those.
I would love
to protect
rock that.
your hair. I think we should.
I'd love to do that, but no, that was cool. I'm giving you success.
Success.
All yours.
Yes.
Who's next?
Let's move over to
Who is up next? Bonang. She did change 4 times, guys, as the host of the pageant this year.
Well,
She
hello.
returned, and I mean, in true Bonang style, she served us looks. I mean, this was her final look, and also the look that she wore when she handed over the crown. But I mean, absolutely stunning.
Sorry.
It's the one. It's flames. It's a flame emoji across our screens.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yeah, no, you
that
got it.
hair,
And
everything.
that is why she is the perfect host.
Exactly. She is the show.
She is. Well,
Wow.
listen, she did a fantastic job hosting.
Yeah, no, super talented. So obviously she's going to come out with a beautiful look and just, shine her lights on fashion.
Yes,
Okay,
our
Bonang.
very own Kuhle Adams was also at the Miss SA red
I
carpet.
love this look. It's giving pink for Barbie because we're still within that theme.
And
it was
it
very
just suits
cute.
her.
It does suit her. The dress has got a beautiful big bow at the back, which for me was like the winning moment.
You love bows.
Yes, I do. And look at that, stunning. These little, this whole little
And
thing
so
of bows.
elegant.
Absolutely elegant and something very different.
Oh,
and
love.
the two of them together just looking so stunning.
Perfect harmony.
Yeah, I was about, look at you! And then for me, a disappointing look, guys. I wasn't sure about it. Firstly, the gloves is a lot. That fringe, it doesn't work. It's giving cap, it's giving beanie. If you call it a missy, it is giving that for me. Also, she did the exact same hairstyle the day before, and she had a beautiful fringe. But guys, that is a lot of hair. Between her hair and in Davi's dress, it was just a lot. There was, like Carl said earlier, a surplus.
Opulence.
When you live in certain areas, I'm not going to say where, your mommy could possibly put a Tupperware on your head and cut your hair around it to give you that mushroom cut in the early 90s. It's giving mushroom fringe.
Okay,
Zoe Brown.
But okay, the dress.
The dress is
when it
cute.
moves,
I've seen her
the
in...
dress, when she posted a boomerang, when the dress moves, it's spectacular.
No, it is spectacular. It is a beautiful dress nonetheless, but the hair, man.
Did you not like the hair?
Zoe, that is a lot of fringe. That is giving fringing for days. Imagine that gets caught in your eye.
The thing is,
it's not a good look.
you get bangs. Now, this is Oppenheimer.
Let me tell you, it is giving shield. She needed that hair during COVID because, let me tell you, it would have protected her.
Success.
It's a lot of hair. But I love her nonetheless.
I also love Joanne.
I know, she's a beautiful woman, but I just don't think that fringe is the one.
I love it when people experiment.
With a lot of fringe, it's okay. She's beautiful nonetheless, and she killed the look either way, but I just think the hair was a no-no for me.
Well, listen, it's been fun unpacking the Miss SA.
Yes.
What is he pointing at?
I think it might be another picture, man.
Another picture?
There could be another picture coming.
Oh, look at that. You see, guys, I told you, the Zoe Brown leg. You see?
Sure.
No one does it quite like Zoe Brown.
I'm actually taking your success as well. My double success.
Look at that, and it's giving you shoulder. You know what I mean?
Shoulder.
That is Zoe Brown.
One for the leg, and then one for the...
You know what they do when they get dressed? They print a picture and they put it in and like they practice in the mirror. Zoe never practices. Look at her. I'm just putting it out there. But
can't.
to all the fringes and
Look at
all the
that.
big dresses, live your best life.
Oh,
Yes.
I wish I was at the red carpet event.
But stunning
Thank you,
nonetheless. Anytime.
Thank you,
I'm here for you
Shiraz.
guys.
Honestly,
And
have,
Zoe's
you,
leg.
have you seen the look on Graham today? Beautiful black T-shirt with news in hand.
I love
Gorgeous.
that.
You should check it out. Success.
Well, from a surplus of leg and hair and material to dwindling cash reserves, let's start right there with our national news. It would appear as if SA motorists now face major price increases of petrol and diesel next month. Petrol's price is expected to rise between R1.35 and R1.40 per litre, and then diesel by not less than R2.60 per litre. Quite a leap up. This will mean that the price of petrol will again exceed more than R23 a litre. The petrol price in South Africa is adjusted on the first Wednesday of every month, so good luck. Now, let's take a wider scope now as we turn to BRICS, and BRICS countries have been urged to continue to support and invest in the township economy in an effort to reshape the perception of townships and foster a brighter and inclusive future for all. There is an economy there that is pumping. We just need to connect to it. And this, according to the Minister in the Presidency for Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Maropena Ramakgopa, led a first-of-its-kind township economy in BRICS dialogue in Orlando, West Soweto yesterday. Brilliant step. And Ramakgopa said that BRICS members, they have the capacity to leverage the combined resources, experiences and expertise to support each other in nurturing vibrant township economies. There are opportunities within the challenges. We need to embrace them. Now, casting a wider net on the international news front, Kenya has reinstated a small subsidy to stabilize retail fuel prices for the next 30 days in a reversal of government policy following public anger over the high cost of living currently. So when coming to office last September, President William Ruto removed fuel and maize flour subsidies put in place by his predecessor, saying he preferred subsidizing production rather than consumption. But the subsidy cuts, as well as recent tax hikes, have now increased living costs and contributed to violent anti-government protests in recent months. So clearly a step is needed. Now we head to the US, where former American President Donald Trump, now 77, and 18 of his co-accused who have been charged in Georgia with election tampering, they must now surrender themselves to authorities by next Friday. So Trump has been criminally charged for the 4th time this year. The 98-page indictment contains 41 counts of racketeering against Trump and his co-defendants over their efforts to overturn President Joe Biden's narrow victory in Georgia. Trump was previously charged with conspiracy to commit fraud. He was also charged with the alleged payment of hush money to a porn star. Now let's round it off with something positive. Here's news many of you guys, and I think we in the studio, have been waiting for. In the West Coast National Park, the wildflower season has kicked off with a spectacular array of floral beauty. So large parts, including Sierberg, Mooimark and Postberg, have already been decked out in colour. And August and September always bring the pinnacle of the annual spring flower season, when the ground explodes into a dazzling patchwork of beauty. Our ranger at the park, William, says thanks to good rain this year, and we've experienced that, the variety of flowers and colours is especially spectacular this year. The 27,500 hectare West Coast National Park has the Atlantic Ocean to the west and then the R27 coastal road to the east. Some hours drive from Cape Town. It is close, accessible and so worth it. Go for it and enjoy. And that's a wrap of your news. Let's get into the sport.
Thanks, G. Let's take a look at the sporting action, starting with football. Spain made history with a 2-1 victory over Sweden in the Women's World Cup semi-final. Olga Carmona's stunning late goal secured their first ever final spot. A thrilling Auckland match saw Salma Parayuelo ignite the game after Sweden's late equalizer. Carmona's remarkable shot sealed the win. Spain's unforgettable journey continues, setting up a Sunday clash in Sydney against Australia or England, who will face off a little later today. Now, staying with football, but going local, Mamelodi Sundowns continued their flawless beginning to the defence of their PSL Championship, dominating Golden Arrows with a 4-0 victory at the Lucas Moripe Stadium yesterday. The team's impeccable run with 3 consecutive triumphs this season was fueled by goals scored by Peter Shalolile, as well as Lesiba Nku with a brace and Grant Kekana. This commanding performance secures a 3-point advantage at the league summit, distancing themselves from closest pursuers, Cape Town City. Some good news for rugby fans, of course Springbok fans I should say. Our World Cup skipper Siya Kolisi alongside Oxenchair and Jaden Hendrikse are set to make their maiden test outings this year. The team is poised to face Wales in their second World Cup warm-up at Cardiff's Principality Stadium. That'll be on Saturday. And Kolisi and Nche recuperating from injuries, and Hendrikse making his debut post a family loss feature in the lineup. The Springboks clash against Wales on Saturday at 4:15. And wrapping with cricket, good news for you. The highly anticipated Season 2 of the SA20 returns, showcasing South Africa's finest alongside global cricket stars in 34 matches across 6 venues. Commencing on the 10th of Jan, each of the 6 IPL-affiliated teams will ignite city rivalries, starting with champion Sunrisers Eastern Cape facing Joburg's Super Kings, and of course Durban's Super Giants will host my Cape Town in a coastal derby at Kingsmead on the 11th of Jan before Paarl Royals and last season's runners-up Pretoria Capitals face off at Boylan Park. That'll be on Friday, the 12th of Jan. So lots of cricketing action to look forward to in 2024. That is it for your sport for the morning. Let's take a look at your traffic. Here's Zoe.
Thank you, Wasty. Let's start off with traffic in Langa, Cape Town. There's been an accident on the N2 inbound. Please approach with caution. As you can see, the vehicle's on its side. And staying in Cape Town, in Bellville, there's been an accident on the R300 northbound. It's before Old Paarl Road. It has been moved to the left side of the road. No delays currently being reported. That's your traffic. Let's take a final look at your weather. And the SA Weather Services have issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging winds, resulting in difficulty in driving conditions with some transport routes and travel services affected in the southeastern parts of the Northern Cape. The Weather Service has also again warned that extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the northern and central parts of the Northern Cape, as well as over the western parts of the northwest. The rest of SA can today expect mostly cloudy conditions with showers and thunder showers in parts of the country. But let's get into your temperatures for your Wednesday, starting off in Polokwane. A low of 7 with a high of 20. Mbombela 10, 19. Pretoria partly cloudy with a low of 9, a high of 24. Johannesburg 8:22, Mahikeng 12:27, Klerksdorp 12:27. If you're in Kimberley, your low is 16, your high 27. Bloemfontein 11 with a high of 25. Richards Bay 15 with a high of 21. Pietermaritzburg 11:22, Durban 16:21 with some rain. If you're in Mthatha, a low of 9 and a high of 23 can be expected. East London 16:21. Moving to Cradock, your low is 11, your high 26. Kabeja 13, reaching a high of 20. George 10 with a high of 22. If you're in Cape Town today, it's a sunny day with a low of 12, a high of 18. Worcester 5:21. Sutherland 0, reaching a high of 17. And Uppington, your low for today is 12 and your high 31 degrees Celsius. Well, those are your temperatures. Let's take a final look at your sunrise views. Starting off in the Free State. Mahalo Molo from the Free State shared this photo. Well, we're trying to look at the sunrise views, and we have a beautiful photo of Joanne Strauss. But this one, you can see the cloud cover and a bird flying. Then Louise in Johannesburg shared this stunning view of the skyline. Nancy is also sharing another gorgeous view with the sun in the distance. This photo was taken in Pennington Beach, and Pam in Durban is showing off a lovely perspective of the sunrise. Look at that, absolutely incredible. Well, we're going to take a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show, but if you would love to share one of those gorgeous sunrise views that you might capture on your phone, please do so on our WhatsApp line. Our number is 063 408 8863. We'll be back in a bit.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso breakfast show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the battling for rugby's prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
Beauties, not that you needed another reason to stick around, but in just a moment, another performance coming from the amazing Tanda choir. They are sounding phenomenal. You guys want to stick around for that. Right now, we're going to go back in time and relive an incredible moment from reviewing the fashion on the red carpet to Culinary being lucky enough to actually attend, and she looked absolutely gorgeous. This past weekend, we, of course, crowned our 65th Miss South Africa, Natasha Joubert, and she is amazing. And Culinary was there to get all of the action as it happened and also bring us a little bit more from behind the scenes. Take a look.
A night of this magnitude can be extremely stressful because a lot of work goes into the prep before walking and performing on this big stage. So follow me to meet up with some of the finalists to find out how they are feeling, but most important, what they are doing to remain calm. How are you feeling at this moment?
I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time doing all of this, and I know that we've rehearsed, but you know, it's not the same. A lot is at stake. But if you're not nervous, then you don't really want it.
Melissa.
Hello, Kuhle.
The time has finally come. How are you feeling?
First of all, you're catching me with one eyebrow on. Kuhle, come on. So we've just finished rehearsals. I'm super excited. I'm just glad that I haven't fallen on stage yet, so things are looking good.
How has the involvement of Woolworths leading up to the finale been impactful for you?
I think we need support so much as the ladies, you know, on such a big platform, because people's biggest question is, do you need any financial assistance to enter Miss South Africa? Because there's so many costs involved, and Woolworths coming on as a sponsor, it has helped us so much in that aspect. Let me go get an eyebrow.
Yes, please.
Cool. Bye.
Natasha, it's just a few moments before you walk the big stage. Talk to us about what's going through your mind, your heart, your entire body.
Yes, I'm really trying to keep myself calm, cool and collected, because when you're on the stage, even if it's 2.5 hours, it goes by like this. So I just want to be present and enjoy.
What would you say is your biggest lesson that you will be taking away from this opportunity?
Yo, crown chasers! That was challenging and hard. That's something that wasn't there back in 2020. And I must say, like, every single week when we had the challenge, it was kind of just challenging yourself at a different dimension.
How would you say the involvement from Woolies in this journey leading up to the finale has impacted you?
Yeah, so self-care, self-love, we need that body care. I love the Magnolia range. I love the Simply Floral Rose range. Whenever I want to debrief, I just take a bath. Put some salts in there, some bubble bath, and just take me time. And I think that's so important to us, for Woolies just actually making that happen for us. They're like, here's some products, actually use it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived, and I am standing here next to the Woolworths Beauty Fragrance Cart. Listen, they've got everything for everyone, whatever you want. They probably have it here. I feel good, I look good, and because of W Beauty Fragrances, I smell good. Matt, the night has finally arrived. You are looking absolutely beautiful, and we are standing by the W Beauty Fragrances. How are you feeling about tonight?
I'm excited about seeing people really coming out. I mean, post-COVID, we haven't really had time to see people properly. And for, you know, South Africans to be part of this evening, and us as Woolworths being here as a Woolworths brand, as a proudest South African brand, it really, really is exciting. I'm so excited to be here.
I know that this is going to be a very difficult question to answer, but I have to ask anyways. Which W Beauty fragrance is your favorite?
It is a difficult one, but I'll go with Distraction After Midnight. It is divine. So the notes are very much florally. It's so light on my skin. I never have to worry about rashes. This is the ultimate when it comes to fragrances.
Stephanie, the night has finally arrived. How are you feeling about Miss South Africa this year?
I am so excited. I mean, not only have we seen these incredible rule changes this year, you know, you're looking at now married women, women with children, women who are even pregnant to enter this competition, as well as changing the age limit, you know, upping it all the way to 30. And I think it's now about how we keep evolving, ultimately make sure that Miss South Africa is a beacon of hope to every young person in this country.
I love the fact that they're getting so many women involved, so many different cultures involved, and I think the ladies that we have tonight on stage, each and every one brings a different kind of vibe to the competition, so that's my stance on it.
I think we're at a point right now where women are so powerful. I was having a conversation with other ladies, and one of those conversations was, I hope the ladies are aware of how equipped they are in this era. But you gotta find your power. You gotta find your space to take up your space.
Miss South Africa 2022 first runner-up Ayanda Tabete had to come through to the W Beauty fragrance card. Ayanda looking absolutely regal. Talk to us about some of your favorite fragrances.
I love to smell like flowers. I believe I am a colorful person. My favorite range is their Simply Floral range, and I love smelling like roses, which is actually my grandmother's name, so that makes it even more special. It smells so familiar. I love it so much.
Miss South Africa 2022, the Queen, Davino Kerry. Now, you have had a wonderful relationship with Woolies the past year. Talk to us about that journey.
I've absolutely loved my partnership with W Beauty. We've mainly worked with skincare. As you can see, your girl is glowing. They're clearly doing something right. And today, very happy to be here, having them. It smells amazing over here.
Woolworths are an incredible partner to us, from fashion to homeware to food to beauty. What an incredible partnership to have had for the last 5 years. We are so looking forward to many, many more together.
And that's exactly what it's all about. Women supporting women, men supporting women, and brands supporting women. What an incredible evening, crowning our new Miss South Africa 2023. It's absolutely inspiring seeing women of all different backgrounds being transformed into the queens that we know and love them to be.
Glitz and glam, and I got to say, Kutle, you fit right in, girl. I know we keep kind of joking about it, but maybe you might want to think about entering at some point. But we loved reliving those moments. It looks like we missed out on an amazing moment, yes, in the life of Natasha Joubert, but just so much fun and the sisterhood, brilliant. But Natasha has won out. She is our Miss SA for 2023. So good to see that this platform is still about empowerment, about giving South African women the opportunity to do something special. And the fact that we've got the support structure for young leaders coming through, mentorship in that space. Ultimately, this is a platform for empowerment. And Natasha Joubert has that spot for the next year. We are so proud.
And lined up on your Feel Good Breakfast show, we'll take a look at Ituba's Open Verse, a unique challenge that you have to see. Plus, imagine your favorite chocolate brand going vegan. Well, stop imagining, because in the next couple of minutes, you'll find out about Lint's all-new vegan range. Stay right there.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I mentioned this earlier that there is a unique challenge that you have to see. It's Ituba's Open Verse Challenge, and of course, Kutle is standing by with Duduzile Ngwenya, Lady Do, to find out all you need to hear about the Open Verse Challenge with Ituba. Let's take a closer look and head on over to Johannesburg right now.
Thank you so much, Carl. Good morning to everyone in studio. Molweni nonke emzansi. We are coming to you live from Johannesburg, and this morning we are kicking off the day in celebration mode as Ituba celebrates their 8th anniversary by giving young up-and-coming artists the platform to showcase their skills and their artistry, and they stand a chance of winning 25,000 rands. Namhlanje we are with the incredible, legendary, iconic South African musician, the best we've ever had. Everything she touches turns into gold. It's Lady Do.
Wow.
Assam. But Lady Do, before we get into the conversation, I want our viewers to experience the hashtag Ituba Open Verse Challenge with one of the winning entries. So let's check it out. How incredible, hey, is our talent in South Africa, Lady Do?
Guys, it's amazing to see what opportunities Ituba is given to the youth, most importantly because of what's happening in our country. With everything that's been happening, I think it's so exciting to see how people are engaging, especially with the campaign, and how people are so excited about it. I mean, you're getting 25,000 rand, but you're also getting exposure because they are posting you, we are posting. People are actually engaging more and giving us more feedback, and it's exciting to see the youth excited about a campaign like this.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's the opportunity to collaborate in some way with Lady Do. Why did you choose to get involved with this hashtag Ituba Open Verse Challenge?
So the reason I got excited about it is because I usually love doing a lot of charity work. I like mentoring musicians, upcoming artists, you know, so Ituba giving such great platform for the youth or for just musicians as a whole, you know. It was such a great thing because it's easier for me to mentor somebody that I can see actually shows me their talent. So it's something that I like doing. So it's not just about the 25,000, but I actually extended it to some of the ones that didn't even win the money, but I'm actually mentoring them. I'm helping them out with studio sessions and explaining to them how the business works. So Ituba has given us a great opportunity to be able to mentor the youth.
That's beautiful because as much as you do have the talent, you also need to learn the business behind the music. Now talk to us about how difficult it was to go through all those entries, because I went on all social media platforms, followed the hashtag Ituba Open Verse Challenge, and wow, it was brilliant.
Guys, it was stressful because you have to choose one, because there was a lot of them, you know. And the nicest thing is to see people get excited for something, to show that even though I don't have the finances to do something, but I was able to collaborate and be posted and be given an opportunity, because we shouldn't just be looking at the 25,000 rand, but we should be looking at all the opportunities that they got from us posting, reposting, speaking to them, you know, because it's very difficult to get access to a celebrity. You might know that, you know. So for them to get access to us and get free mentoring for the 25,000 rand was exciting. But the competition as a whole is a celebration, obviously, for the anniversary Ituba. But the campaign was something that was exciting for everybody around.
And why do you think it was important for Ituba to take this approach to celebrate their 8th anniversary by giving a platform such as this to young upcoming artists?
I actually feel like we need to get more sectors involved in helping the country, because we are in a crisis right now, and we need to try and make sure that with whatever that other companies make, we try put together and get involved with helping the youth. And seeing Ituba take such a campaign to such levels, I mean, there were influencers, it was just not about the campaign and people that won the 25,000, but all the people involved. You know, there were more artists involved, there were more influencers involved. They supported a community of people, you know, and a class of people. So everybody was involved, and it was actually the whole country kind of thing, because we got over, I think, close to 1 billion videos with hashtags.
Just the hashtag.
Yes, just the hashtag.
5 artists. I mean, to name a few, Casper Joves was also involved in this challenge.
Tira, Jay something, Kosazana Tota.
And you.
Yeah, some of the influencers were Kanyisa, you know. So, yeah, it was amazing.
That is absolutely incredible. But one more thing from you, Lady Do. I mean, we have you here.
Yeah.
I know that if we follow the hashtag, we'll see your challenge. But can you please put a smile on our faces by giving a young something. Oh my goodness, and that is exactly how we kick off the day here in Johannesburg. Lady Do, the work that you are doing in collaboration with Ituba is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for joining us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
She has definitely put a smile on our faces. It also shows that if corporate South Africa backs young up-and-coming artists, it can definitely change their lives. Ngiyathemba ke nani nizolithatha lithuba to do something great this morning. Well, that's it from us here in Johannesburg.
Oh, our girl, I got to say, I think Kutle's got added pressure on the wardrobe at the moment, and she is absolutely slaying. We love you for that. We also love the movement, the flow, absolutely incredible. But let's get back on our plant-based vibe this morning, and we've been educating and inspiring ourselves to take an interest in going vegan. And what that means, we're not talking about wearing the badge or the t-shirt, but actually the principle of eating. And this next segment is no different. We are, again, this is a bit unfair, we are bringing you Lint's newest, most exciting innovation for 2023. I know a lot of people are like, oh, really? Okay. Welcome to the Lint Classic Vegan 100-gram range. Dun, dun, dun. So you get to experience the combination of the finest cocoa blend with the oat and smooth almond to recreate the creaminess you love about milk chocolate. Now, these guys are mad scientists when it comes to creating chocolate. These chocolatiers.
I'm so...
I know.
I love the packaging.
It looks beautiful. They've hit the mark, eh? They got the brief. They definitely got the brief. Delicious chocolate. Does it stand up? Because we're big Lindt fans here. We've done a deep dive into the nuances of the flavors and the texture. I'm going to put my head on a block and say they would not have come close to releasing this to market if it didn't match that. I know it, because we know the Lindt chocolatiers and where they sit, but we've got to be the ultimate taste test this morning, and we're going to start with our Lindt Classic Vegan Smooth.
Smooth.
Zoe didn't even wait to be offered
you just didn't even start the clock yet.
I'm going to dive right in there because I've earned the right. Mr. Wasty Pants, get in there. My son, get in there. I like
this is vegan. This is delicious.
Okay.
I'm only saying that because earlier we tried vegan options and it just didn't hit the spot.
Oh, didn't it?
But this does.
That's what it did.
Oh my goodness, you wouldn't even say it's vegan.
Guys.
So creamy.
I just think of Easter suddenly. I don't know why I'm like...
I also thought of Easter eggs.
It's got that beautiful... sweet, but it's not overdone. It doesn't feel like they've sacrificed anything.
It's got oats in here. So it's breakfast.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
Perfect.
Exactly. It's well balanced, okay?
Breakfast for
absolutely beautiful. And if you are vegan already and you've made those choices, this is certified by the European Vegetarian Union. The Lindt Classic Vegan range is the best vegan chocolate on the market, both in taste and quality. Can I stand by that statement? Will you back me if I say this is the best that I've tasted?
So delicious.
Difference, there's no difference. It tastes so good. There's another flavour here, which is your hazelnut.
Okay, dive right in there. I've got a mouthful of chocolate.
Go for the big block.
Wow, guys.
Come on.
The texture is insane.
Okay.
Oh, I love the hazelnut. The flavour profile comes through so strong. You wouldn't say this is vegan.
Oh, no, there are a lot of vegans going, come on, Zoe, just stop saying it like that. Stop saying it, but it's true. For those of us who haven't done a deep dive in this space, it's been a while, it's taken a while to get to this level of balance and nuance. You can tell a lot of R&D, a lot of taste testing has gone into this.
I can't tell you, it's so good. When it says made with oats, I'm already thinking we can have chocolate for breakfast today.
Every day. Oh, wow,
share
that
this last
hazelnut
block?
is special.
Thank you.
And this Vint, oh, thank you, dear. This is friendship, eh? Lindt Classic Vegan Hazelnut Chocolate, amazing. The texture, unmatched. I don't think I've actually had something like this before. Roasted hazelnuts, beautiful, surrounded by that premium vegan chocolate for a contrast, and then you've got a rich, nutty flavor. But again, it's not too much. It's not in your face. It's soft. It's under the radar, lingering. I'm running out of superlatives to use here. This is absolutely beautiful.
Because
it is
the wrap
decorative.
looks so good.
Absolutely beautiful. There's probably all sorts of special messages behind the wrapping in itself, but absolutely wonderful. You have passed the test with flying colours. Now, as the saying goes, the proof is indeed in the pudding, so go out there and try the new Lindt Classic Vegan range for yourself. It is available in stores right now. Oh, my word, look at that.
Do we get to take any home?
I hope so. There's some extra ones there.
Thank you. This is great.
Beautiful stuff. So we've been going a little bit gaga because the most adorable French bulldog is here. Harvey is here, and we're going to get into some pet insurance courtesy of Woolworths. If you don't have insurance for your pet right now, listen up.
It's vital.
It is vital. Absolutely vital.
And of course, you know, the show is an acquired taste for some. So we do have a certain youth choir for you, singing our way into your morning. Stick around.
Do it like this. Get it, move it, own it. Do it like this.
Bespoke.
It's my feel good show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Show Expresso here on S3. And of course, I've actually just been really enthused by a certain pet that's been brought into studio, this lovely pet named Harvey. The reason why is because we have got something so dynamic for you. Now, Woolworths understands that fur babies are members of our families. Therefore, they are thrilled to announce that their Woolies Pet Insurance, W Pet Insure, is now available to new and existing customers. Offering quality pet insurance, and here to tell us more about W Pet Insure is Haroon Abdullah, as well as Shastri Munsami from Woolworths Financial Services. And I think this is just an innovation that is... I'm so enthused. As a guy with 4 Boston Terriers at home, this is the best thing ever, Haroon. Honestly, it is fantastic to see that you have taken the needs of your clients, your customers, and you've just taken it to the next level. And I think, I mean, I want to congratulate you on that. I think maybe it's because I'm a pet dad that I'm just really, really feeling this, but this is such an amazing offering. What inspires Woolworths to say, hey, let's do pet insurance?
Sure. Now, Carl, thank you for the question. I think firstly, the inspiration comes from pets. I think if you think they are definitely an integral part of our modern family.
Yes.
They are fur babies, they are furry friends, and we love them, and I think we've got to care for them.
Yeah.
And then if you consider Woolworths Financial Services, our brand is associated to trust, reliability, care, and I think it perfectly positions us to enter the insurance space. I think the way we've gone about in designing this product, we are broadening our ecosystem of pet products. These are lifestyle products that I think creates well-being for Woolworths customers and their furry friends.
I'm trying to focus on you, I'm sorry, because the dog here, it's just one of those things.
No, he's addictive.
So just in terms of the offering itself, I mean, what can Woolworths customers expect in terms of this type of plan and its coverage as well?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think firstly, there's nothing basic about our plans. I think pet insurance is an extremely emotive product.
Yeah.
It gets your heart, you feel it. I think the pet parents that's designed this product are passionate about ensuring that the way that it was designed, it caters for care across the lifespan of the pet, to the extent that we've actually introduced what we call a cremation and burial benefit that actually gives dignity to when our furry friends when we say farewell to them. And I think Shastri's brother Harvey can almost dispute to that. It was not a benefit on his current plan.
Yes.
And it's something that we think we can lessen the burden from Woolworths customers.
Yeah, so exactly. So Harvey had a brother called Hugo, also a Frenchie, and at the time, in those last final moments, that was something that I wasn't covered for example. So I think it's really important as part of this product that there's care in every component of the life stage of a pet.
And that's great. So talk me through these plans that you've put together, because, I mean, no pet is the same. Naturally, so it must be quite difficult to structure these things for a one-size-fits-all type of appeal. But how have you gone about creating these plans, and then what are they exactly?
Sure, Carl. So we've got 4 different plans under W Pet Insure, and those range from an entry-level accident cover, which is just 115 Rand per month. So if that's where customers want to start their pet insurance journey.
Oh, wow.
And it goes all the way up to more comprehensive cover. So we cover things like illnesses. We've even got a bit of third-party liability there. So when you're walking your dog and, you know, you're worried about him having a confrontation with another dog, those are things that we don't want you to worry about and stress about. What we want to really do is take away that financial burden and give our customers the freedom to just love their pets, right?
Yeah.
Exercise your pets, take them to parks. So, yeah, so we've got those. We cover illnesses, third-party liability. We've got some routine care in there as well. So if you want to clip Harvey's nails or get him sterilized, can cover that as well. And also some optional benefits to waive the excess on your premium and the rest,
So just in terms of, you know, I think when some people, and it's interesting, in South Africa especially, the concept of pet insurance in South Africa, sometimes people are quite apprehensive. They're thinking like, I mean, I've got it for my family, this is just a pet. But as our awareness of them becoming part of our modern family, as you said, Arun, has become very real for us, you know, why would you say would be a key reason as to why somebody would get pet insurance, especially W Pet Insure?
Yeah, I think it's peace of mind. I think there's a quality and a sense of reliability from Woolworths that our customers have.
Yes.
And pet insurance, for me as a dog dad, it gives me that peace of mind, right? It's the financial burden that I don't have to worry about. If something goes wrong with Harvey, I know that I can go to a vet and get the best possible treatment without having to worry about whether I can afford it right now or maybe pushing it out because I can't afford it right now. So it gives me the ability to give him the best care, and then it frees me up to just focus on the things that matter, like his well-being, walking him, exercising him, socializing him. So you can see Harvey's very well socialized.
I mean, this is our carpet of pets, by the way. This is our favorite pet carpet. Are there any products from Woolies that you love that Harvey likes? Because I think
Harvey will tell you himself.
Oh, look at that. You see, that's what they call. That's an endorsement. You better get paid for it, okay?
Yeah. So Harvey lives off these. These are the chicken strips from Woolies. It's a hit, and it's funny because I'm quite confident giving these to Harvey because they're tested for human consumption as well.
Are they?
So there are a few times where I've walked into the office.
I think you should give me one because
of course,
I think
let's do it.
to finish this off, I think let's just
do it.
Come, Harvey, come to me because I've got treats for you. Here we go.
Oh, look at this.
I thought we were going to eat them. I thought that was the
going to
challenge
eat
that you were
them, but this is a wonderful. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so this, and then there's also some ready-made sort of meals that are frozen that are quite nice to give Harvey as well. So chicken and rice and veggies.
This is really great.
Balance.
Once again, congratulations, Haroon, as well as Shastri. Thank you so much for bringing this to our tables. As pet parents, we are enthused that, honestly, Woolworths is becoming the one-stop shop. And I think that's the most important thing about this entire thing. So all the best, and we look forward to more people finding the peace of mind and incorporating their pets into their family in the most amazing way, getting them covered, which is great. You can continue the treats. In fact, you can choose W Pet Insure, quality pet insurance from the brand you trust. And of course, this is indeed Woolworths. Plus, you can stay claim-free for the first 3 months. That's right. You get 300 Rand off when you spend 600 Rand on Woolies pet products like those amazing treats that Harvey has been enjoying. So get involved. It's here at Woolworths. W Pet Insure.
And do
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Do it if you haven't done it. Thank you for wearing your skinny jeans today, Harvey. We appreciate it, man. Absolutely beautiful pup. And he proves the point that local is lekker. But when it comes to the holidays, would you be tempted to splurge on a massive overseas holiday, and it is a splurge, or rather visit a few local areas back home that are a lot more economical? Well, it's time to find out in another round of Would You Rather?
Dum, dum, dum. So what are the options?
All right, so it's not too tough this morning, and once we can pull Mr. Wasty away from his new best mate, we'll put this to him as well. Okay, well, we'll just do it to you, Zoe, because you're the most sane person on set, so you're going to have to answer. So we've got this scenario. You have the opportunity to either A, take one massive overseas holiday, and that's once a year probably, or once every couple of years maybe, or B, take many small holidays throughout the year. I kind of feel I know you might be a bit of both, actually.
I would definitely say both. 1 year do smaller little holidays, 1 year do the big overseas, but I feel like since COVID I haven't traveled overseas, so I've been exploring our own backyard, doing the smaller little trips, but this is the year where I'm actually just, the one trip is the splurge trip, so I'm there now.
And do you know where you're going to go? What's the
We
vibe?
are, for our honeymoon, going to Australia, so we're going to go and
nice, but
explore that side of the world.
But there's a reason, because you've got family there.
Yeah.
And I think most people are motivated by a reason or purpose when they're traveling now. Obviously, for us, half our family, Lindsay's family, is all based in the UK, so we're constantly traveling, but it doesn't feel like a holiday where we're going to explore. It's more to reconnect with family, and it does put a lot of pressure. So I can certainly understand that, but I'm all about my kids exploring SA at the moment, doing lots of little things, and that can be camping, that can be kind of doing something that really doesn't cost anything, but gives you an opportunity to just get out there and breathe a little bit. So let's find out from you guys, seeing as you're also quite sane and we trust your judgment. Rumba governor saying B, why break the bank when we have such beautiful places in our own country?
There we go. Amor says a holiday overseas. It will be great to be, embarking, adapting new climate change, languages, and atmosphere that's different. It all comes down to your personal preference.
Yeah, definitely. Moshidi saying A, take one massive overseas holiday a year.
Tegwin saying B for me. Besides local being lekker, there's so many hidden gems to explore and be discovered, and I absolutely agree.
Oh, completely. I mean, we're lucky that our job takes us to a lot of these places. Cornetta saying definitely B, having little breaks through the year is great for one's mental well-being. Definitely second that. Besides that, we have a beautiful country worth exploring. We have so many incredible holiday destinations and hidden gems. I absolutely love that. That seems to be kind of the go-to here, is those hidden little places that you might not have discovered that could be like less than an hour's drive away. We've got the wildflowers right now. If you haven't experienced that, it's going to cost you absolutely nothing to take a little drive out into the national park. But I think it begs the question, it's about what you want and what you need, and then finding the partner that will help you get there. And if you're a frequent traveler, then you're going to love this one. You'll be super excited to know that if you sign up for a Nedbank My Goals premium account, get this, and this matters to you, so I'm pretty sure, you'll get 12 free domestic lounge visits per year. And it does make a difference when you're feeling the pinch and you're under pressure and you've got to get into the airport. It's a different way of traveling.
It definitely does. And to find out all about the epic rewards on offer for My Goals clients, you can visit netbank.co.za, and happy traveling to you.
Check this. With a My Goals premium account, you get 12 free airport lounge visits.
12?
Yeah.
God, David, when are you busy planning your next getaway during office hours? Aman.
Coming up in the Feel Good Breakfast Show, we got the Lach of the Day standing by, and behind me is the Tanda choir, and they are going to be entertaining you. In fact, they need to wave, and in fact, can you just do a little bit of warm-up here? Expresso!
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause, because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Bucks are battling for rugby's prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win these greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back, you beauties. We've got the Tanda Choir coming up with another magical performance, but let's throw it forward to tomorrow. We're going to have a little bit of fun. If you're looking for that side hustle and some insider info on how to get it done, I think all of us need to have multiple hustles. Forget side hustle. You just need to be hustling all the time. That's what we're going to do a deep dive into tomorrow. So if that's the kind of person you are, stick around for that. It's going to be great.
Lots of excitement. But we also, before we finish off the show, get into our Lach of the Day. So apparently, someone made a pair of scissors specifically designed to cut paper made out of sharpened stones and called it rock, paper, scissors. Shall we see that? That's quite funny.
I'd like to see it, please. Oh, we're going to... Oh, I'm down. We'll see a slap. Don't start this again, please.
They didn't get to the rock, paper, scissors part.
We will have a challenge. In fact, we'll take it onto the social media pages after the show today and have a little bit of fun. So if you want to get your rock, paper, scissors game on, feel free. But right now, we are going to have even more fun exploring some incredible talent and a story, a remarkable story behind this particular choir.
They're a great choir, honestly. Like, I love them. This is what they call the Tanda choir. It makes a lot of sense. But I've got three of the incredible people. Before they get singing, Julio, just a quick one, all right? Is it true? I heard rumors, okay? I always hear rumors because I do my research, right? That an ex-Barcelona player and an American producing extraordinaire and even a piano star walks into your, your DMs and says, hey, let's collaborate. Is that true?
Yeah, I can confirm on air here that is very much true.
What?
Yeah.
Are you saying Memphis Depay?
Yeah.
Timbo?
I mean,
Timberland?
Yeah.
Stop.
like people you don't expect and stuff. And now it just shows you our growth and stuff that we've had because all these people are reaching out to us, and it's just amazing.
How? This is amazing. I'm super excited about that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I mean, with all this social media, attraction that you're getting, I mean, Lefefe, are you managing all the fame and stuff at the moment? I mean, are you okay with the DMs that you're getting? Are you fine? What's happening?
I mean, I've always been kind of used to it, so...
What? Oh, man.
On a much serious note, I think we try keep humble. And
very true.
Just keep doing what we're doing, because clearly we're doing something right.
Oh.
So, yeah, we try. That's all I can say.
And when it comes to the singing, you're about to do something again, which is wonderful. What song are you about to do?
We're going to do Mdali,
Ooh.
a cover song by Buhlebendalo.
And why is this special to you?
I've always loved Venek music.
Yes.
The African beat, African rhythm music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how it means to me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a lot to me. Like,
It means a lot to us as well, honestly. It really does. And I think this is why we have the Tanda Choir here, because they're about to entertain us and send us through into the rest of our amazing day. So they've been great so far, but this is the pinnacle. Tanda Choir, research them, look them up. Memphis Deepeyes and Timberland did. Why don't you do too? Mdali, for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's go.
Bum
Luke, Julian, thank you so much for being a part of this movement. I think you've started something special. Please take a bow. You're unbelievably talented human beings. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Incredible.
Oh, what a delicious show. I mean, look at these incredible items that Gabby and Claire made. They are available on our website, expressoshow.com. But we see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
On the side hustle, yo. We'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Adios. Well done.
Another feel-good production.
Welcome back live on YouTube and Facebook right now. We've got the Tanda choir here, and we had to squeeze every last ounce of time with them that we could because they're amazing. And we've got Lufefe, Luke, and Julian here. I want to say the driving force, or Julio, sorry, man, the driving force behind this, but this feels like there's more going on here. This isn't just a choir. This isn't just a project. How have you guys been able to wrap your heads around what is happening here? Lufefe, when you kind of embarked on this little mission, which must have felt like a great idea at the time, because otherwise you wouldn't have jumped on it, did you expect to get this kind of traction, this kind of response from the world around you? Because it seems like you guys are coming from completely different angles here from anyone that I've ever interviewed before. And I've interviewed like 15,000 people. I haven't encountered something quite like this before. How surprised, or how validated, maybe is a better term, are you that you're getting the kind of traction and interest that you are now that this thing is real?
Well, I'll be honest. I think over time, our goals changed.
Yeah.
Because well, when we started, it was kind of like a more recreational thing, where we're just like trying to explore and just do something with our time besides varsity. But I think the moment we actually knew that we can actually go places, we just had to be honest and actually work towards something bigger. So, I mean, it still surprises me every day.
It's great, and it must excite you, it must terrify you, because you must always be thinking about, okay, what's the next thing we've got to figure out? What's the next code we've got to crack? What's the next performance we've got to absolutely smash? There seems to be, thankfully, a lot of BMT here, which really does help in these moments. So what now is the goal? Where is the true north here? We know that we're getting the development. We know that we've created this safe place for you guys to be able to play in, but now it's becoming a commercial entity that potentially could change lives. And we've seen this arc. We've seen what the Ndlovu Youth Choir, who've stood here exactly like you guys did before they became famous, when they were knocking on these doors and making waves on social media and doing exactly the same path that you are on. And international stars are now taking note of that. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, but that's where you're at. So now that this is starting to coalesce into a different vision, what is that? Where would you like to take this next?
I think the goal that we have for Tanda is to make it an organization that doesn't change just these members' lives, but change all, like, uplifts Khayelitsha as a whole.
Yeah.
There's a big musical movement in Khayelitsha, and how do we kind of uplift that whole musical movement, per se? So our goal for Tanda is now to kind of take it and make it an organization. I don't want to see any of these members in the choir for the next, like, in the next 4 years. I don't want to see any of them. It's time to replace, and how do we grow each of these individual members into, you know, talented stars? If, you know, one of the members, like Eva, wants to be a doctor, for example, then how do we give it that platform?
Nice side hustle, being the doctor, I like that.
I just made that up, but yeah. So, like, that's, how do we use Tanda as a vehicle to get her to reach those type of dreams? So it's kind of, we kind of want to make it into an academy, where we develop these talents into the musical industry, where we'll obviously have lots of contacts now, and, you know, the other platforms.
Some of the best contacts in the world, dude. Well, as soon as you start dropping Timberlakes and the likes like that, then it's a different ballgame. But the world is much smaller. COVID brought us together and gave us a human connection like we've never had. And I've been chatting to Aloe Black and people like that who have had exactly the same experience of life as us. They've been locked away. They've had time to work on their music. They've had time to be creative, but the human connection is there. So we want to leverage the studio. What do you guys need? What support structures do you need around you? Money, presumably, is always a good thing. But who do you want to come and join your movement? Who are those collaborators?
Yeah, Graham, so obviously, massive task. I mean, we've been funding this from nothing. We have had no sponsors this whole year. We have come from the literal ground. So something we really work towards are, like, just big brand sponsors out there who would be, like, willing to help us, fund us, and possibly get our own, like, studio for these young, fine gentlemen and ladies to, you know, practice and
perform every day.
And that would just really help us at this point. Like, as you can see, also uniform. It's also very expensive. So for us, like, it's those small things. I mean, we got a drum yesterday as well.
Oh, cool.
So it's like, we're slowly making progress. But in terms of sponsorships, I mean, anyone and anything would honestly just really help us in this situation. I mean, yeah, we really just want to move up. And I think that would help and assist us a lot.
Yeah, and the world is primed for it. And there seems to be creatively a slightly different thrust here, which is great. You haven't gone for, like, typical songs. There's a bit of street cred here, which is really cool. And I think our viewers would have absolutely loved that. One last performance today. What are we going to be performing to see us out?
So we're going to be performing Uthando. This is kind of a song that it's been made over the years. So there's no, like, specific writer. So it's kind of been, you know, made in Khayelitsha over the years. So Asandisa was one of the main writers of this song.
Absolutely love it. Take ownership. Well, I'm going to ask you three absolute gems to get out of the way, man, so the choir can do what they do. So incredible to connect with three young South Africans, literally changing the reality around them. And if you think any conversation in South Africa is about anything other than social development, you are wrong. We all need to be focused on that, and the creative arts is the way we get there. It does also help if you can plug into Khayelitsha and get this level of talent. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Tanda Choir. Take it away. ladies and gentlemen, the Tanda choir. Shake the ground, raise the heavens. I absolutely love it. Can you really still call it a choir, though, when everyone is like a solo singer in the choir? They just happen to all be in the same room together. You're amazing. Individually, you're amazing, but collectively, you guys are something special. Thank you so, so much for blessing us with your talent and your vibe, your energy. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, the Tanda choir, watch this space. Tanda.choir is where you'll find them on the socials. Go and show them some love and collaborate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing day. We'll see you all over again tomorrow, bright and early, 6 o'clock.